What's good? Y'all know who it is, and y'all know what it is. It is your boy. It's your boy, Matthew Shack. Live. Live, man. Live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered, dog. What's goody, man? We just got finished watching the Buffalo Bills get served up in the final seconds, man, by the Patriots. And now it's time. It's time, bro. It's time for those four words that you're either gonna love or you gonna hate. Did your team win? Did your team win? Let's start with my team. This one right here. The Las Vegas Raiders. Did we win? Hell no. Hell no. The Raiders didn't win. And not only did the Raiders not win, they didn't even show up. The Raiders didn't even show up to the game in Indianapolis, bro, because Mark Sanchez had everybody scared. Mark Sanchez was running roughshod all over the city, and the Raiders said, "Man, we don't want none of that smoke, bro." Mark Sanchez is out there. He out there doing this, bro, up under rib cages and stuff. They're like, "Nah, we can't even show up." So, hey, 40-6. That shows they didn't show up, man. But we got to talk about everybody because a lot of you guys are at the L party. There's a whole bunch of you, including the undefeated Buffalo Bills. What happened last week? Remember when Bills Mafia came in here last week? This is why I love my channel, because this is not a Raider channel. This is a Matthew Shack Unfiltered channel. Everybody, I want every fan in here. So when you absolutely have to take it, when it's your turn, you get it over here, bro. It ain't gonna be no one team over here, dog. If you're interested in one team, bro, you're in the wrong place. Everybody can come over here. As long as you got a good take, you could take your punch in the mouth when it's your time, when it's your turn, and you ain't over here being out of pocket. You could be over here, bro. I don't care what your factions are, because when it's your turn, it's your turn. And last week, remember, man, when we was on here for Did Your Team Win? And what, I forgot who it was, but it was a members of Bills Mafia who was coming over here popping it. I mean, popping it like an ugly stripper, bro, on a Saturday night. Straight running it, talking about Josh Allen is changing the game, and the Bills, we're better than everybody. We're the best team in the NFL. Let's understand something, Bills Mafia, dog. Let's get a couple of things straight, man. You guys overspoke because you just lost to the team that I beat. The Raiders beat the Patriots. The Raiders beat the Patriots. Come on, bruh. We're 1-4. You guys were 3-0. 4-0. Matter of fact, yeah, 4-0. What happened? Hey, man. Like I said before, tonight, you got beat at home. And trying to have that silver in your uniforms, bro. We caught that. Members of Raider Nation, we caught that, dog. Damn. Some people don't have to change they shit. Everybody, Miami got a black jersey now. Now y'all trying to get the silver jersey. Maybe if y'all just picked y'all colors right in the beginning, you wouldn't have these problems, bro. Okay. All right. But hey, somebody got to be us and somebody got to be you. Okay, so let's go through the league, man, and then we'll get to the thing that we need to get to. First with this game, 23-20. What a beautiful ending, bro. I was rooting for the Patriots to win because I'm tired of the cocky people, bro. I'm tired of all the cocky teams and all y'all really thinking y'all got it out. Y'all really got it. There is no undefeated team in the league now. Okay? Buffalo lost today. The Eagles lost to the damn Broncos. The Broncos are running around here acting like they about to win the Super Bowl, bro. For real. Okay, they won. Tampa won. The Ravens are just in a free fall, man. They got absolutely blasted. C.J. Stroud threw 4 touchdown passes. Lamar Jackson wasn't playing. He's hurt. But still, dog, they got blasted like 44-13. We got blasted 40, but we weren't the highest scoring game in the NFL today. Okay, there was a 44 burger. All right. And all the other games, man. Oh, the Chargers absolutely lost in the end. It was funny as hell. I was sitting there watching because after the Raiders lost, it's time to be the hater. Once my squad lost, bro. Once my squad lost, it's time to hate. Okay, hey man, I can't do nothing else. Time for me to put on the hater hat. Okay, put the hater hat on, start hating. All right, and guess what? I was absolutely hating on the Chargers, and Jaden Daniels, bro, took care of business. He took care of that shit. And that whole SoFi was sitting there. They were looking crazy, bro. Just like all those Buffalo fans are out there looking crazy. Like all these people at home, you think you got it in the bag, and you don't. Okay. And it's beautiful as that, bro. Okay. So yeah, man. Put down whether your team won, man. Put a 1 in the chat if your team won. Put a 2 in the chat if your team didn't. Just put me down for 2 of these, bruh. Put me down for 2 of these, bruh. Straight up, okay? So yeah, man. We're just gonna go through it right quick, man. Talk about these games and talk about what we seen and what we didn't see. I mean, right now, bro, is there really a team in the NFL that's really standing out? Like, is there really a team that you're looking at and you're saying, damn, they're really looking good? Like, everybody's looking good at times, okay? Of course, when you're 4-0, of course you're looking great. But they both broke down this week. They didn't even, there's not going to be no streak further than 5 weeks, okay? I mean, I remember when the Pittsburgh Steelers a few years ago were 9-0, and I remember teams, almost hitting double digits. I remember teams hitting double digits, and then they wind up losing, okay? But this year, bro, the games are way more competitive than they were in previous years. It's harder to win now, bro. The teams are more solid. Teams are more competitive. Teams are coming from behind. There's more going for it on fourth downs, not just the tush push, but going for it on fourth down, going for it and trying to go for 2 and trying to put this the fork in you. This year, no team can win more than 4 games. No team had more than a 4-game winning streak. That's how competitive it is now in the National Football League. Okay, where only 4 games get you undefeated. Not 5, not 7, not 10, 4. Week 5, everybody's taking one of these. That tells you something. That tells you that the parity in the NFL in regards to competitive play is at the best it's been in recent memory. Everybody could beat everybody. I don't care who you are. I just said it. My team is absolutely a dumpster fire, with a time bomb ticking on the end of it. But we beat the team that beat the undefeated team just now. We beat them, the Patriots, and the Patriots just beat the Bills. Okay? So what does that mean? That means on any given Sunday, somebody can take home one of these big ass L's right here. Okay? So let's go and get to it, man. Get to it, get through it. Most of these games that people lost at, I saw the game earlier, the London game, because I've been to the London game like 3 times. I thought that was interesting, man, with the Vikings and the Browns, man. And Dylan Gabriel ain't shit. Dylan Gabriel isn't all of that, bro. Dylan Gabriel he's starting because they don't want Shador to start. It's just very obvious. Joe Flacco was leading the league in turnovers until Geno said, "Not so fast. I need that title back." And Dylan Gabriel didn't look all. He had a decent game. I think he played pretty good. But when it came down to making them clutch passes, he wasn't making them clutch passes, bro. And guess what? Shador right there, bro. Shador right there getting ready to take that job. And like I told you guys, man, you guys know so much. All these channels and all these pundits and all these people talking about Shador he's not that good, and he's gonna get cut and all of that. No, he ain't. Shador's sitting right there, bro. You done tried out. Flacco, not working. Dylan Gabriel, he's gonna have a very short lease. Pretty soon you're gonna see Shador out there. And when Shador Sanders starts one game, all you guys don't know football. He better not start no games this year, not any, because you said he was going to get cut. How do you start a game as the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns and you said he was getting cut. You said he was trash. You said you didn't want him on your team. You said you didn't want that clown show. You saying he's overrated. You saying he's only in the league because of his pops. Within the next couple of weeks, when Dylan Gabriel takes a fat ass, stinky ass shit at the 50-yard line, wherever it is, whether it be in Cleveland or in the next city, and they bring in Shedeur Sanders, I'm gonna be laughing at all you guys, because we've been over here telling you since the beginning, ain't nothing wrong with Shedeur Sanders. It's just a bunch of people trying to hate on that kid. And watch, when he gets his chance, I'm gonna be busting up, because it doesn't matter if he plays good and it doesn't matter if he plays bad. All that matters is that he wound up being the starter with 4 quarterbacks on the roster. Let's recap. Number 1, Joe Flacco, old as shit. Number 2, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett traded to the Raiders. Okay. Dylan Gabriel talking shit, talking about this. There's entertainers and there's competitors. All right. And then 4, Shedeur Sanders, who's doing the mime job on you guys. What do you think, Shedeur? Okay. I can't wait. When that shit happens, I'm definitely going to report it. I'm definitely going to be laughing. Okay. Salute to the dog pound. Okay. Now, all the other games, man, I mean, we can talk about. I mean, what's there really to talk about? Teams either won or they got their asses whooped. Okay. The Chargers, they talked a lot of shit. Let's see if Ikey Boy brings his ass up in here. It's very easy to talk when you are having one of these, but when this letter shows up, dog, that's when we're gonna see whether or not you bring your ass over here, bro. And I'm waiting to see it, because when we lost, he was popping it. He had his Charger bolt and all that shit. Where you at, dog? You know we on here. Bring your monkey ass in here so we could clown you for that shit. I see Justin Herbert turn into Geno Smith. Did y'all see that damn goal line pick that he threw? Goal line interception. I mean, wasn't this guy the MVP? And he was the MVP a week ago. Now I don't look like the MVP no more. I was straight like, where's Ikey Boy at? Yeah, Ikey Boy, what happened to your boy, dog? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Geno Herbert, all right? Yeah, I was laughing the whole time, okay? Busting up, all right? Y'all ain't shit. Straight up, Jaden Daniels, second-year player, outplayed your boy, man. Had your boy out there looking very pedestrian and shit, okay? Stop talking shit, okay? Y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't all of that, all right? Trust me, all right? Washington Commanders ain't even the best team in their division. They handled y'all. Y'all had a lead that came back on you guys, okay? Like it wasn't nothing, okay? Straight up. So, yeah, I'm definitely making sure y'all understand that shit, okay? Who else, man, that's even worthy to talk about? Okay? All right, man. Let's understand that, dog. Okay? Now, since y'all don't really want to talk about nothing else, I mean, I'm waiting to talk about these other games, but what's there really to talk about? I just told you, man. Teams either got their ass whooped or they lost at the end. Okay? That's pretty much what it was. All right? I mean, even the Seahawks, they had it in the bag, but they lost in the end. That Tampa game was off the hook. That Tampa Seahawks game was off the hook because Baker Mayfield, they said it's the first time that in the league history that 2 quarterbacks threw for over 350 yards and both of them had a completion ratio of 80%. That's hella high. That means it could have went either way. All right. So salute to Baker Mayfield because he's a savage. All right. Now let's talk about this team right here, dog. Let's talk about this team right here, dog. I mean, I'm seeing the fan base of Raider Nation. I'm seeing this fan base that I've been a member of for 51 years, bro. Just imagine 30 years. 21 on that, dog. Over a half a century. I'm seeing the fan base absolutely in shambles right now, dog. I don't care what you're trying to say. The fan base is in shambles, bro. They're going crazy. I'm seeing some of the craziest posts that haven't seen in a minute. I mean, it's really bad, all right? All I got to say to you guys is, told you. That's all I can say. I told you. I'm not shocked. I've been told you what was wrong. Been told you what was going on. But you know what? I'm seeing crazy shit. I'm seeing the obvious ones. Fire Pete. I see get rid of Geno. I mean, that's to be expected. But the amount of trade Max Crosby's that I'm seeing is absolutely criminal, bro. You really, really got to understand that every Raider fan ain't created equal. There's people out there that really want to sabotage their own life, bro. You understand how people They fucked their own lives up, bro. Look at what Mark Sanchez did, man. Mark Sanchez, good ass job with Fox. He was making good money. He was doing color commentary. He wasn't that great as an NFL player, but he made a lot of money. He's worth about 80 million. He made money. He went to the pub and acted a damn fool and almost unalived a 70-year-old man, dog. Now he's done. Now he can't come back after that. The pictures came out. I saw the pictures. I knew it was bad. My dad called me. My dad called me. My dad is definitely going to be on, clowning. I answered, this is my conversation with my dad. Game over. I got off the live, did all that shit. Phone rang. I said, oh, here you go. What's up, Dad? What the hell's wrong with Mark Sanchez? My dad didn't talk to me about the Raiders at all. He didn't talk to me about that. He wanted to know what the hell was wrong with Mark Sanchez. I told him, I said, Dad, I don't know. I don't know. What was he doing? I said, Dad, that man's old man, man. That old man put hands on Mark Sanchez. The old man put hands and foots and toenails on his ass and put some cold ass steel in his ass because he was trying to do too much, bro. Okay. That man's at work. That man was at work minding his business. He got in the truck. The guy tried to pepper spray him. Mark Sanchez was beating him up and shit. It's all on video. I can't wait for the video to come out. There's 2 different video shots, okay? Because there was a lot of people caping for Mark Sanchez. A lot of people, including Jason Whitlock's fat ass. He came in and he had to issue an apology because it's that bad, bro. There's videotape. He was at the Westin Hotel. The Westin Hotel is a hotel. They got they everywhere. They gonna have HD sound and all that shit. And then they had another camera shot from another building. It's been confirmed. Mark Sanchez accosted that old man, attacked that old man, got in the car with that old man, tried to hurt him. Man tried to scream and trying to get away. Took the man's cell phone so he couldn't call anybody. I don't know what the hell was up with Mark Sanchez, but Mark Sanchez definitely was on one, bro. And guess what, dog? That old man popped that. Because old men carry knives and shit like that. They've been in the military. They've been in Vietnam. They've been in the Gulf War. They've been in damn Korea and shit. You don't fool with them cats, man. Them cats really unalive people for real under the name of the Stars and Stripes. Now your ass want to come over there and fool around with a man. You ain't never did no basic training. You ain't never did no type of deployment nowhere. You ain't never had to kill nothing, man. Your ass don't understand who you fooling with, man. Oh, I'm back in Nha Dang. Oh, I'm back over here in Vietnam. Oh, I'm about to do what I did back in 1967. I'm about to take your ass out. And guess what? Mark Sanchez lucky. He lucky he ain't unalive, dog. Okay? But at the end of the day, what does that got to do with the Raiders? It has everything to do with the Raiders because my thing is this. I truly think that the Raiders were so scared of Mark Sanchez, they didn't even show up to the game. That wasn't the Raiders that I saw. That was not the Raiders, bro. That was not the Raiders. That was the Faders, bro, because I didn't see no Raider football. I didn't see no Raider football at all, bro. But I see the fan base. They want to trade Mad Max. They want to get rid of him. They want to do this and that. Max hasn't had a sack in 3 games. He talks more than he sacks. I was reading all the comments, but I'm just like, damn, y'all really don't have no love for nobody, bro. If you're gonna talk about that about Max, the person who, and you look up Las Vegas Raider in the dictionary, his face pops up. There's no help. There's no help to these people, bro. There's no help. You can't help them. They're unhelpable. That's not even a word, but it sounds good. They're unhelpable. All right. Come on, bro. You want to get rid of everybody. Fire this, do that, get rid of him. Oh, man, trade him, see what we can get. Oh, man, we might as well. Oh, man, we losing anyway. Like I said, bro, straight spiral down like this into the ground, bro. Okay. But it's not going to be me. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm still gonna walk around with my shit on because like this isn't me at all. This isn't my team. They have the same name, same uniform. City's different. I've seen that before. But what I'm seeing, bro, that's not Raider football at all. That has nothing to do with me. I'm Oakland Raider, dog. I'm OG. I'm 3-ringer. 51 years. I just told you that. I've seen it everything. I've seen everybody from Stabler to Geno. Everybody. Stabler, Ken Stabler, Hall of Fame, Geno Smith, Hall of Shame. I've seen everybody in between. Okay? This ain't me at all. I'm just sitting around trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But to see everybody running around saying all the crazy shit, I'm just like, wow, dog. I'm glad that I ain't in close proximity with a lot of you fools out there. Y'all don't seem to understand. This is what it's gonna be, right? Until Mark Davis decides he wants to be Al Davis's son. He doesn't want to be Al Davis's son. He wants to be Mark Davis. He don't want to be Al Davis's son. That's not what he wants to do. He is Al Davis's son, but he's not doing anything Al did. He's going that way, bro. Business, business, business. No matter how much the Raiders lose, no matter how much you're pissed off, no matter how much you blame AP, was it AP's fault? AP didn't have this shit going on. Did you see what you saw today when AP was the coach? But no, you didn't want the black man to be the coach. Let's just be honest. I don't care what the hell y'all said. AP's did a better coaching job than this guy's going on with Pete Carroll right now. I'm sorry, bro, but it is what it is, okay? Did Derek Carr ever throw 9 interceptions in 4 or 5 games? Never has happened. It's never happened ever, okay? That's the problem, okay? You got to understand that this team is not like any other Raider team that's ever been in existence, because this team right here is Pete Carroll's team. And Pete Carroll's team, I'm telling you now, Pete Carroll's team is going to be here for a couple of years, bro. Unless his health or he says, I don't want to do it no more. If Pete Carroll wants to continue to be the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, he will be there until he's not. All right? Mark Davis is not going to keep firing coaches and paying them because of you. It's not going to happen, bro. He had to pay AP off. He had to pay Josh McDaniels off. He had to pay, everybody else that was there, bro. He had to pay everybody, okay? Okay? So at the end of the day, he's not going to keep paying coaches. He's not going to keep playing quarterbacks, okay? Had to pay Jimmy Garoppolo. Just because you get rid of somebody don't mean that they don't get their money. You had to pay Garoppolo. You had to pay the rest of Gardner Minshew's salary. Now you're going to pay Geno. Geno got a $60 million guaranteed deal, bro. $60 million guaranteed. You cut him, you still got to pay him $60 million. I don't understand what the hell you guys are talking about, bro. You got to pay that. You got to pay Geno. Geno is under contract. This isn't a part-time job. This isn't you making, $15 an hour and they fire you and here's your last check. No, Geno's gonna get paid, bruh. Okay? And you still won't have a quarterback. You have no quarterback on your team that's as good as Geno Smith. That's sad. We know he's horrible, but he's better than anybody else you got. The most horrible quarterback in the National Football League right now is him. But underneath him are even quarterbacks that are even worse. You didn't do shit to get yourself better at the quarterback position. You've been in a quarterback quandary since Derek Carr, bro. I mean, damn. And every time I say that, somebody gets mad. We're at the point where we don't give a fuck that you're mad. You got that shit wrong, bro. And now it shows. Because now I'm seeing some of the fan base saying, let's go get DC back. DC right there in Vegas, DC right there at church, right there, doing what he does, man, following his book, in that good book, doing what he got to do. But Derek Carr still has a relationship with the New Orleans Saints. You try to get Derek, you got to pay the Saints. Saints gonna be like, you don't get to get DC for free because he's retired, bro. He's still under contract. Okay, as long as he doesn't play football, he's good. As soon as he wants to play football, somebody got to pay. You better send him over a draft pick. Okay, I'm seeing that. Now I'm seeing let's go get Shedeur Sanders. Why? You had 7 chances to get Shedeur Sanders in the draft. Now all of a sudden, since your battleship got holes in it, now you want to go get Shedeur. You're gonna have to give up some draft picks for Shedeur. You have to give up a lot because Shedeur getting ready to be the starter. Shedeur getting ready to be the starter over there with the Browns. Y'all listen to the wrong people. Y'all listen to these raggedy ass channels, these people who never won shit in the nation. They don't know how it feels to be a Raider winner. They've never won anything in their life, bro, at all. They may have won a division title and shit. Won a couple of division titles in 2002 and 2001, 2002. You won some division titles. You won an AFC championship and shit. That's all you got. You don't got no Super Bowl hardware at all. You listen to them over me? Shit. You get what you get. Told you during training camp, offensive line's trash. Told you during training camp, Geno Smith isn't what you think he is. Told you during training camp, when I was there, okay? Secondary's absolute boo-boo. Told you that shit. Told you at training camp, Brock Bowers kind of looked like he might be dinged up. Put a one in the chat when I told you back then. Hey, man, Brock Bowers didn't practice the practice that me and Whittington Thomas was there. I told you, man, Brock Bowers didn't even do the 7-on-7 drills. Okay? He didn't do the 7-on-7. Remember when I said that shit? And if any of you stupid ass fools don't believe me, all you got to do is go look on my timeline, bro, and you will see me at the Raiders practice in Henderson, Nevada, telling you guys there, or actually at the smoke spot in Las Vegas, okay? Telling you exactly that. Brock Bowers was not in the 7-on-7 drills, bro. Brock Bowers didn't. He ran like maybe one or two little things, like little wide receiver drills. He didn't do shit. He didn't do none of the 11-on-11s. I was like, told Whittington Thomas, I said, hey man, you think he's gonna play? You think he's gonna be playing tomorrow at the scrimmage? We get to the scrimmage, he didn't play. Been hurt. His knee's been jacked. It's been jacked for a minute. Okay? Now you know when they had to sit him down. They're like, hey, Brock, we can't play you, bro. Okay? Brock's like, what do you mean? Brock's a Raider. He wants to play. Max is a Raider. He wants to play hurt. I mean, these are the people next you're going to want to get rid of him too. Because you are miserable, bro, and you want to have an excuse to be sorry. All you fans out there that want to trade Max, all you fans out there that want to get rid of all the people who are doing something for your team, you just want to have a fucking excuse to be sorry, bro. You want an excuse to be sorry, okay? Well, let's get rid of Max, man. We might as well, man. So you can say, well, we don't have nobody. Who do we got? We don't have anybody. We don't have we don't have no celebrity star, nothing. That's what you want to do. But we're not going for it, bro. We're not listening to you. Okay? We understand. You're frustrated. You don't know how it feels to be Raider, being a champion. You don't have no idea. You're fed up. You've been a fan 10 years. You've been a fan 20 years. You've been a fan 30 years. You ain't been a fan 41, because if you were a fan of 41 years, you'd have a ring. It's just you between 40 and 0. That ain't got shit to do with us over here. That's me. Okay? And all these 3 ringers that are on here, Major Raider, Bill Holloway, Whittington Thomas, we got a whole bunch of people on 3 ringers, then we jump down to the tier to 2 ringers, then the 1 ringers, like my girl Patrice. We ain't y'all. We've been able to walk around talking shit. Raiders Super Bowl champions, all y'all can eat one. Eat a glizzy glazer. You don't know how that feels to say that shit. Okay? But we're not going to desecrate our team because you are frustrated, bro. You just want to just destroy everything so you could be sorry. No, go to work. Deal with the fact your team got shellacked. Deal with the fact that the Raiders refused to hire any real Raiders, and when you brought one in, you didn't want them. You didn't want AP. AP never had this team like this, bro. Never. Never, bro. Because Mark Davis told you that they didn't quit. Okay? He had us going in the right direction, but you couldn't do it. You couldn't follow a brother. You didn't want to follow no brother, bro. You didn't want to do that. Now you got an old man as your head coach. Hey, it is what it is, dog. Okay? End of the day, you got to deal with it. We're not firing people just because you want to get somebody fired, dog. Nah, man, you were on board. When we won against the Patriots, you weren't talking shit. You were happy as hell. Your ass was doing jumping jacks, bro, and your tighty whities. Now, 4 losses. Now you ready to not be with the season. Y'all talking about the draft. Y'all talking about tank for Arch Manning. You guys is not. Y'all just ain't down, bro. Y'all just ain't really love the Raiders like I do, bro. I don't care what the Raiders do. I don't care if the Raiders go 0-16, dog. 0-17. They won't, because we already won a game. I don't care, bro. I'm a Raider, dog. It's Shield first. I love the Shield. I don't love what the Shield does for me. Shield already took care of me. I'm already, a made man. I'm already ringed up. I'm good. I'd like to get this one, my pinky one. I'd like that. So what am I telling you? What I'm telling you is, man, your team is trash. Accept it. It is what it is. Everyone's going to tell you. Everybody's going to tell you the truth. When you get to work tomorrow, all that shit you were popping, they're going to tell you, oh, what happened? Y'all sorry as hell. You know what you need to say? Yeah, we are. Because we are sorry. So what it is, man. It's Losers Anonymous. When you walk in, it's like Alcoholic Anonymous. It's just like being a drug addict. You going to rehab. You got to go in there and you got to say, hey man, I'm the Las Vegas Raiders, man, and I'm a loseraholic. I'm a loseraholic, bruh. Oh yeah, we trying to, yeah, we understand. Yeah, man. Till you tired of being a loser, you're gonna be one. He ain't talking to me. This ain't got shit to do with Shaq. I'm just here so I don't get fined, bruh. I'm here win, lose, or draw. You ain't never seen me fold. You ain't never seen me do any of the crybaby shit. You ain't never seen me make excuses for my football team. My football team's either good or they're not. Your football team's bad. Let's get into why your football team's bad, and I'm gonna read your comments. The reason why your football team's bad is because you always think you can bypass the process of being good. Every team goes through the bad haircut phase. You listened to your new girlfriend. Your new girlfriend told you to go over there and get your hair cut by Sebastian, and Sebastian fucked your hair up. Now you're walking around looking crazy. Now you're walking around with a hat. Now you're walking around with a beanie. You got to go through the bad hair grow outs phase. Okay, it didn't work. The frosted tips made your hair fall out. Okay, you shouldn't have been listening to your girl, bruh. I don't care what girl I've had. I got my barber. His name is Ant Cuts. That's it. Don't tell me shit. Okay? Oh, I don't care. Oh, well, my cousin cuts. Hey, that's beautiful. Your cousin's not cutting me. I got a barber. All right? Like I said, you let your girl change your clothes. Now you're walking around. Now you're walking around with penny loafers and shit and cut off khakis. You looking crazy out here, bro. You ain't cool no more because you bought in. Okay? Be who you are. Okay? So that's the point, bruh. You have to go through it and you refuse. You think you're that good. You think you don't have to go through that. You think you can just grab a quarterback from anywhere. 3 years in a fucking row, bro. You've been caught with your hands in a cookie jar. 3 years in a row, you've been looking foolish out here with these free agent quarterbacks, bro. This is not the first time. Why are y'all walking around acting like you a victim? Why are you guys walking around acting like woe is me, man, and woesy, whoa, and why are they messing with me? I didn't do anything, man. Oh, man, why is everybody picking on me, Charlie Brown ass people? Y'all crazy as hell. You've done this for the third consecutive year. This is the third free agent quarterback you've had to come over here who you paid a lion's share to, and these motherfuckers can't even win you a fucking game, bro. Gino is the third person, bro. The third person to come over here and rob you blind. It's like I said, every time you get a girl, bro, you broke. Every time, bro. Every time she gets a car out of you, she gets some money out of your ass, and she leaves you with the bad credit. Every fucking time, dog. Geno Smith, first. Throw him to the side. He's still here. Gardner Minshew last year. You ain't seen high no hair of him because he's over there standing behind Patrick Mahomes, bro. He ain't never seen a light of day. You made him the starter. You made him the starter, bro. A career backup. Somebody who never was a starter ever in his life. You gave him the keys to the mansion like a dummy. Then when he had a toga party and tore holes in the walls, now you mad at him. Nah, you stupid in the first place. I told you Gardner Minshew was never down. That was last year. And then the year before you had Jimmy G, bro. Outside of bringing some shooby doobies to the damn stadium, he didn't do shit for you. That's 3 years in a row, bro. 3 years in a row. Whose fault is it? Who's the dummy? Who's the idiot? You! Because you keep doing the same shit. Draft a quarterback. We've been saying it. I said it 3 years ago, bro. Keep Derek Carr, draft a quarterback. No, you don't draft no damn quarterback, bro. Okay, you draft AOC. How'd that turn out? You got to keep drafting quarterbacks, bro. You can't just draft one and then just let it sit there. You ain't in that position, dog. Okay? You got to keep drafting quarterbacks, all right? Then last year, who did you draft? You didn't draft nobody. Who did you draft this year? Cam Miller. Where's he at? Practice squad. Come on, dog. Come on, man. He's not even on the 53-man roster. He's just on the practice squad. What the hell's going on, bro? Now you want to trade for Shedeur Sanders? You had 7 times that you passed on him. Okay? No team had the opportunity to draft Shedeur Sanders more than the Raiders. Okay? We had 7 opportunities. You said no because you thought you was all that. Now you're trying to double back. Man, Kevin Stefanski and them are going to try to, you got to pay, bruh. You're going to have to give up some draft picks. And he's talking about trying to get a first or a second out of your ass. Okay? That's what it is, bruh. Okay? Y'all don't understand, man. You got to stop the bullshit. Go through the, you're already in 2020. You're still walking around with a mask trying to get a damn shot for COVID. Okay? Everybody else is in 2025. Your ass is in 2020. October 2020. That's where the Raiders are. Everyone else is in October 2025. No mask. Everybody's walking around. Ain't nobody tripping if you coughing no more. Ain't no more 10 feet. All that crazy shit. Okay? That shit's over for everybody else but you. All right? I don't feel sorry for our franchise. I don't feel sorry for nobody, bro. I'm here just like everybody else, suffering. But that's what it's about. For me, luckily for me, I can always look, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I do. That's what I get. I can just be like, oh shit. Yeah. Ain't talking to me at all. All right. So let's get into the other part. Whose fault is it? Well, a lot of people gonna say Pete Carroll's fault. Pete Carroll. He's the coach, of course. Okay. All right. If the country's going bad, you're gonna blame the president for it. All right. That's just pretty much what casuals do. They're gonna blame the coach because he's the coach. But you don't understand. Mark Davis had nobody to be your coach. You had nobody that was gonna be your coach, bro. You had nobody wanted to coach you. You're a problem child. You're troublesome. Nobody wanted to coach your team of any type of merit. Nobody. We just saw Mike Vrabel right now, who everybody swore in their life, all these channels swore that Mike Vrabel was going to be our coach. Because of Tom Brady, Mike Vrabel's right there. He just beat an undefeated team. He had no desire. He never came to Vegas to talk to nobody about your job because no one wants to coach you. Okay? Nobody. Has a lot to do with the fan base. Has a lot to do with the administrative part and the ownership. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. Why am I going to come over here, lose 2 games? Y'all ready to get me fired? Okay? Nah, he's going to go where he's loved at. He's loved over there in Boston. That's where he's going. That's where he's from. Okay? All right? Where did Josh McDaniels go back to? Where he's loved. We don't like him, but they love him over there. As long as he is an offensive coordinator, he ain't doing nothing else. Long as his ass is on fries, they love his ass. Okay? And then Ben Johnson, the other person you swore you were going to get from the Lions, he used you as leverage to get the Bears job. He never had no intention on being your funky ass coach. Never. So you had to go get an old, retired legend to come over and coach your team. You think that he's going to fix all your bullshit from the past 5 years in 5 games? You really think he was going to come over there and wave a magic wand and you was going to be good? Nah, man, because of all the shit that happened before, bro. Simple as that. You're rebuilding your credit. Your credit's jacked. Stop trying to go in there and trying to buy a Bentley. Your credit, you don't got no credit. If you walk in with an 850, you don't have to have no money to get no Maybach. You just walk in there, man, I got a credit with 850. But when that first payment come, you better have the money. You don't got no credit. You creditless. Okay? Ain't nobody going to rent to you. Ain't nobody going to let you buy anything. You don't got cash, you better get somebody to buy that shit for you or get on some grandma credit card. Your credit is bad with the NFL. Okay? Players, you done shitted on everybody. Players are talking about you. The players talk shit about you. The Devontae Adamses, the Josh Jacobses, all these people, they talk shit about you, bro. Talk shit about you up and down. Players talk shit about you. Ex-coaches talk shit about you. Ex-administrators and general managers talk shit about you. Ex-quarterbacks talk shit about you. You stink. Okay? Now, what are we going to do about it? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit back and see what happens. Because Pete's going to be here. Pete's going to have to make some decisions, bro. Pete's not getting fired. I don't know where y'all getting to fire. Who's going to fire him? You think Mark Davis is going to fire Pete Carroll when Mark Davis is over there with the Aces and the Aces is winning? Mark Davis is in a winning environment. He's over there, bro, in WNBA winning championships, doing what's not happening with the Raiders. Okay? He's over there, bro. Let me know what's popping. He's not firing Pete. Okay? He's not. So what's the next move? The next move is to fire Chip Kelly. But is that going to happen? So you got to understand, just because you want something doesn't mean it's going to happen. Firing Chip Kelly's the reason why your offense is horrible, bro. He scored no points. His offense did not generate a touchdown at all. Not one. Okay? We weren't even close to getting a touchdown. Didn't even get close down there to score a damn touchdown. Okay? His offense is horrible, bro, because it's a college style offense. It's college. He took his Ohio State offense and brought it to the pros. It's not going to work. He's going to have to tweak his offense, and he's not doing it. Now he's giving the ball to Genty. Look at how much time Genty touched the ball. The guy who you guys swore was a bust. My nephew, who's absolutely not. He was the one getting all the fucking balls today. All right? Those passes were not check downs that Geno was throwing to. He was actually running routes and throwing it to him because he was the only person that can get loose and do something. All right? What did Genty do today? Genty had 14 carries for 67 yards. I actually had somebody post on my thing, "Hey, that's not getting it done. Genty got to do better." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you know how to multiply, divide, and do fractions, bro? 14 divided by 60 something 4 yards is 4.8 yards a carry. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. He was averaging 4.8 yards a carry today, dog. That's almost 5 yards a carry. All right? You know what the league average is? 4.1. Genty was averaging 4.8. Why didn't he get the fucking football? See? That's the thing you're not thinking of, bro. If he's getting almost 5 yards a carry, that means you just got to give him the ball a little over 2 times and it's a first down, bro. But no, you guys are these casuals, man. They all over the place, bro. You're gonna blame Genty. Genty's the only person getting anything done, dog. Pete, he ran a damn wishbone offense, Oklahoma Sooners wishbone offense like that and did a damn option play to Genty. Genty got 12 yards on that. Why didn't he run it again? Genty got 12 yards on an option play from college, bro. A play that I ran, one of my first plays I ever ran in Pop Warner football when I was 7 years old, was an option, wishbone option, where we had 2 running backs on the side and we did the T offense. I mean, come on, man. I was 7 years old. Genty got 12 yards on that. We didn't run it again. Bro. Okay? Geno Smith. Y'all complaining about Geno Smith throwing interceptions, dog? That's what you guys are crying about? Geno's thrown an interception in every game except one. And they all been multiple, except the first game. Geno throws picks. That's what he does. Okay? I told you his stats last year. When he came to the Raiders, y'all were telling me Geno's better than Derek Carr. I said, no, he's not. Oh, come on, Shaq, man, he's better than Derek Carr. No, he's not. Because you know what his stats were last year? He had 21 touchdown passes to 15 interceptions and 8 fumbles. A fumble's a turnover. An interception's a turnover. He had 23 turnovers to 21 touchdowns. He had more turnovers than touchdowns last year. And he led the league with 4 red zone interceptions. That was last year. Now he's with you, bro. He's leading the league in interceptions. He's thrown 9 picks and 6 touchdown passes. What does that mean? He has more turnovers than touchdown passes. I mean, come on, man. I told you guys. I did, bro. Be mad at me all you want. I did tell you that. Okay? That's what he does. And if you think he's done, he's not. When we saw Kenny Pickett getting the helmet and they were trying to get the helmet together and all that shit, what did Pete Carroll say? Pete Carroll said in the damn after the game that he thought about it and changed his mind. I mean, he said, we need the reps. We need the reps, bruh. He's saying, hey, man, we got to keep doing this shit, man. We got to let it sink in. Hey, man, we're in week 6 now. It ain't sunk in yet. Be prepared to see Geno throwing more interceptions to the Titans next week. It's going down. Geno gonna definitely let you know he ain't done throwing interceptions. Let you know that. And that's it. There ain't nothing else to talk about, bro. All this trade Max shit, y'all just need to trade yourselves, man. Max not going nowhere, dog. We're not listening to you. Okay? You're trying to turn this into a Khalil Mack situation so you can have an excuse. Okay? We're not giving you an excuse. You're a Raider. You have to deal with it. It is what it is. All right, man. Let me read you guys' questions. All right? I think I broke that shit down very well. All right? It is what it is. But you don't get to walk around here, man, and not go through it. All right, man. What's going on? Just saw in the building. Egalitarian. Man, salute to my boy Egalitarian, man. Put some ones in the chat for my boy Egalitarian because he was actually at the game. He's in Indianapolis right now. And for him to fly, him and his girl, hotel accommodations, Mark Sanchez running around like Jack the Ripper, all that shit. And you see that, and you go there and you see a 40-6 drubbing. Hey man, egalitarian man, salute to you, big dog. I mean, I'd be mad as shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. All right, man. Justin Saw in the building. X man, what's going on, X man? Salute, man. Yo, Niners, man. You guys are up, man. You better keep Mac Jones in the lineup. Okay. But it's hard when you got that $50 million man sitting on the sidelines, bro. All right, man. Hell nah, we didn't win. What's the quote of the day? Quote of the day is, man, wasn't me. On some shaggy shit. That shit was there. Our shit you saw the Raiders get their ass whooped. Wasn't me. That's the quote of the day. Wasn't me, bro. Hey, wasn't me. That's y'all. Okay? That's y'all. All right, man. Salute. Ronald Brooks said, hell nah. Hell nah, we didn't win. Hell nah. What's going on, Booty Bang? Bushido, what's going on? Equan said, hell nah. We laughing. Say, what's going on, Sarah? Say, I only had 5 wins this week. What the hell? My Steelers had a bye week this week. They play the Browns next Sunday. Well, you guys, the Browns is looking. Y'all got Dylan Gabriel. All you need to do is tell TJ if TJ's back. Is TJ back yet? Is TJ Watt back yet, Sarah? Tell TJ, man, to just get on. I hope y'all rattle this cage so I can see Shador get in there. Okay? No touchdowns, bro. 60 minutes. Geno and Chip fumbled the game. Hey, man, they fumbled it last week. What you mean? They fumbled it last week. That's what they do. They both stubborn. And Geno, man, he keeps talking about we. I mean, where's the you at? He finally said, I'll take responsibility. I mean, if I have to take responsibility for the defense, I will. And come on, dog. Why you have to temper it, bro? You playing like dog shit, man. I mean, can't you look at your own stats? I mean, the lack of accountability, bro, with that dude, man. It's crazy, bro. Okay. GM says, I told my boy who attended the game in Indy behind our bench, he said the team's body language completely changed just before halftime. He said they just flipped. Well, man, I mean, that's what happens, bro. That's what happens, man. When you got people who feel like they've done their job, and somebody else is not doing their job and it's costing them a win, they're feeling like that. Why you think Max is looking the way he was looking? Okay, it's the same thing with the fan base. Even though I talk shit about a lot of them, salute to all the fans that are Raider fans, but we just not the same when it comes to how we do shit. Okay, and that's why I don't really, I don't see eye to eye with a lot of people. Not everybody, but there's some. Okay, but with that being said, hey man, you got to understand what it is, not what it ain't. And the fan base is fed up because they feel like they've supported the team and the team's not giving nothing back. Players feel even worse because they practice all week. They got a game plan, and Geno goes in there and throws the ball to the other team too fucking much. Okay? And they're not executing. I've seen people out there just giving up. And you know what? The teams that we grew up watching, they didn't give up when they lost, bro. They didn't give up. They lost. It's a difference between losing and quitting, bro. Quitting and losing ain't the same shit. These people really think that quitting is losing. It's the same. It's not. It's not, bro. When you say, "Oh man, I'm good, man," even when you grab this thing, you grab this shit right here, and Raiders is on and they losing, and you say, "Fuck it, I'm turning it." You quitting. That's how I view it. I'm gonna sit here and suffer, bro. If my team is out there, if my dogs is out there, if my squad is out there, I'm out there, bro. I can't leave and turn the channel and turn on Netflix and turn and do some other shit. That's not how I am. Like when I go to the games, bro. This used to piss off some of my boys when we were at the game. That's why, only certain people I can go to the game with. Because when we used to go to the games, cats want to go to the games because they know Shooby Doobies is there and we going to go there and we going to turn up and we going to drink and we going to do whatever. When we Raiders was losing, dog, and it was already like fourth quarter and the game was in the balance, these cats was, all right, man, let's get up out of here, dog. Let's go. Huh? Oh, man, it's over, man. We ain't coming back. Let's get out of here, dog. I'm ready to go. I'm like, nigga, you got your own car, go. You gonna stay? They ain't gonna win. I don't give a shit. I don't leave until the players walk off the field. Okay? When it's 0-0 and they walking off the field and they shaking hands, that's when I get my ass up and I walk out. I don't walk out in the third quarter. I don't walk out in the fourth quarter. I don't walk out because we ain't gonna win. What the hell wrong with you guys? My guys are out there, I'm out there. See, it's easy for me to do that because I was an athlete. I actually played, bro. I actually played sports. Okay. So I know how it feels, man, to be a game and you lose it and you look in the stands and people done left and shit. I know how that felt to me as a player, whether it was basketball, football, track, or whatever I was doing. I know how it felt to see our people getting up and leaving and shit. I know how that felt, man. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that, dog. If you down, my parents never did that shit. My parents was there. It didn't matter how much we won by or lost. Hey, we won, everybody's in the stands. You start losing, people start leaving and shit. I'm like, nah. Okay? So turning the channel's quitting, bruh. This shit right here, turning it, is quitting. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Okay? So there's no quitting over here with me. All right? So the Raiders, man, they're frustrated, like they should be. But then again, they better get used to it, dog, because it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. Said Mark Sanchez is done. Yeah, man, Mark Sanchez is looking pretty bad. Okay, the Raiders gave up. Not all of them. Let's not do that. Not all of them. That D-line didn't give up. D-line didn't give up. Did you guys see Adam Butler making all those fucking plays that he was trying to do? Adam Butler didn't quit. A lot of them cats didn't quit. Okay, there's a few of them dudes who was out there that didn't quit at all. Okay, but they're just not good. The team's not good. Okay, Raiders at the L party, straight up. Mark Sanchez really hey man, it's all over the news, man. If you don't know about Mark Sanchez, you need to look. Okay, all right. Mark Sanchez has been arrested and has been charged with 2 misdemeanors. Okay, man is laid up. All right, straight up. All right, man. Okay, he said go back to what Bill Romanowski said, man. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, what's going on? No more undefeated teams. That's over. Don't forget about the whack ass Chargers. Oh yeah, I didn't forget about them. I mean, I straight was laughing. Okay, all right, man. With the Thomas in the building. Okay, hey man, what's going on? Victims picks look bad. Yeah, I sent you guys all those picks. Raiders aren't good, and there's nothing wrong with saying that, dog. There's nothing wrong with saying they're not good because all you're doing is telling the truth. Since when is telling the truth a problem? It's a problem when it makes you feel away. When you feel away, that's when the truth don't count. That's when you start making excuses up. You want to blame folk, point fingers. Your team's bad, been bad. Your team didn't get better. It's gonna take time, dog. Okay, it's gonna take time to make this team better. You ain't patient because everyone else is winning. But that's what happens when you make bad decisions. Okay, what's going on, Patrice? What's going on? After we beat the Patriots, New England, I thought we had start of something. We did have a start of something. You had a start to finding out who was really doing what. That first win was good. Okay, but after that, what has it been? It's been a month. You ain't won a game in a month. Okay, we've lost 4 in a row. How many weeks are in a month? 4. How many games are in a week? 1. Simple math. You ain't won a game in a month. All right. What's going on, Yusuf? What's going on? What's going on? Orange getting past us. Those Bills helmets were clean. I like those. And because they look like Raider helmets. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Look just like Raider helmets, didn't they? I mean, damn. Everything looks clean when you put silver and black on it. Why you think Al did it in the first place? Come on, man. Some people already had the gear already. Some people already had the dope shit. Okay? All right? Yeah, so you guys are talking about that. It was embarrassing. I hope to see you on Saturday, Wolverines and Trojans. Oh, yeah, it's going down, Bushido. It's going down, man. Okay, it was going on Lloyd Lay with the $5 dono. Thank you, pimpin'. Said the Ravens are crumbling. Chip's about as good as Josh McDonough. I think Josh McDonough is better. I ain't going to hold you. Okay? All right, man. Can't believe it's such a bad week with my picks. Yeah, bad. Hope the Jags beat the Chiefs tomorrow. Well, I'm telling you, man, it could happen. The Jags are playing better than people thought. When the Jags beat the 49ers, man, that was a shock. Jags are playing better than people think. Chiefs are still 2-2. I don't know why these people running around acting like the Chiefs are all of that. They got a 500 record at this point. Okay? Saints won. Yeah, the Saints did win, man. Salute to the Saints. Okay? Yeah, man, where he at? Okay? I don't see Ike Boy on here. Where's his ass at? What's up, Talia? What's going on? Okay? Like I said, where's Ike Boy at? Okay? He was talking all that shit till today. Okay, like I said before, what did I tell you when he was popping? I said, just wait, because it's my turn now. See, I'm the captain now. Remember Captain Phillips? I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. Last week, popping it. Week before that, popping it. Week before that, popping it. My turn now, bro. I told you it wasn't going to take long. I told him last week, just wait. It ain't going to be long before I get to fry and die y'all to the side. And guess what? It's now. Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay? What's going on, all y'all? Ruffy in the house. What's going on? Equan. Okay? Ain't nothing to say, bruh. You don't get to pop it when you up and then when you down. Dodge the fade, man. Stop ducking the fade, bruh. I'm ready to cook. I'm ready to cook the Chargers, bro. I'm going to laugh at y'all. Okay? Whether you're here or not. Said might as well trade for Shador. I mean, for what? What are you gonna give him? Every time y'all say trade for Shador, you never say what you're willing to give up. What are you willing to give up, Justin Saw? Start telling me what. Put together a package. Every time y'all say trade for him, you never put together a package. Well, you know what I think, man? We should get Shador, man. Put together a package and maybe 3/3 or 2/3 or a second and a third or a sixth or a fifth. Y'all never say that. Y'all just say trade for him, dog. But the shit that you got, you don't want to get rid of. Okay. So your Egalitarian, my lady in the Indianapolis with the Colts at the Lucas Oil Field. Okay, did you hear chat about Pratt? Didn't travel with team due to a non-football injury. I mean, yeah, I didn't hear anything about Pratt doing that. But at the end of the day, man, he's a free agent. Pratt just came over here from the Bengals. He's a free agent. Every time we bring a free agent over here and it doesn't work out the way they like it, man, next thing you know, they got injuries that are all these fake injuries and all. Well, I can't say fake. All these what you call non-football injuries and shit. I mean, who's to say? All right, okay, yeah, 40-6 is an ass whooping. Okay, Yusuf, yeah, Hondo then the Raider coaching staff under the bus finally. Like I said, man, you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait and see what happens, bro. Like I said, man, salute to everybody. Salute to Hondo, salute to all these other people. But at the end of the day, man, I'm my own fan. Okay, I don't need these guys to tell me anything. I listen to them, and because they got insider information, they got their closer proximity. They know things I don't know. Of course, I'm gonna listen to them. I got respect. But at the end of the day, man, I don't respect nobody's opinion more than my own. I'm a Raider expert. I'm an expert in this shit. I'm an absolute expert. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. You don't get to be me and get it right as much as I do, which is what? And still. You don't get to do all of that and not be an expert. I'm an absolute expert, okay? This is what I do. I got a PhD in a Raider degree. So I know everything they know. I just don't know the nuances or I don't know the insider information, but I know everything else. So I'm looking at myself. I don't need nobody to tell me what the coaching staff is doing. I already told you what was going on. I already told you months ago. Now all of a sudden, you got to say something now after a 40-6. 40-6, you don't get to act like it's not the coaching staff. You don't get to act like it's just the players. You don't get to act like it's not Pete now. You don't get to act like it's not Chip. And another person who you guys are avoiding is Patrick Graham. No one wants to talk about Patrick Graham and how he's not doing shit. Patrick Graham's not getting it done, dog. Yeah. Oh, y'all so quick to talk about everybody else. You don't want to bring up PG. Yeah, PG's not doing his shit either. All right, man. The Ravens are tied with us. Facts. Okay, straight up. Salute to all the winners today, man. What's going on? Bill Holloway in the building. Gino has no accountability, isn't changing anything. Teammates do not have faith in no potato chip Kelly. Hey, man, like at the end of the day, man, they still there. Okay? They still there. Okay? NFL loves hip and tune until they don't want to. Yep. Okay. Ike boy, you got your ass whooped. Ike boy got your ass whooped. Just like I said you were going to get your ass whooped, dog. He is in here, man. Salute to you being in here, dog. But I just told you last week, your day's coming and my day's here. So now that I've seen Ike boy on here, because I didn't see him on here till now I have to talk shit. Ike boy, what happened on that last drive when Justin Herbert threw the ball, a red zone interception right on the goal line, bro? What happened? Did he get, it was a misread? What happened? Because you have to be excused. An MVP candidate something had to happen, bro. A bird might have flew past his face or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got a text message from his girl, and his girl said she's breaking up with him when he was throwing the football. You have to come up with some fucking excuse. Why y'all got y'all asses whooped like that at the carry-up, dog? Why did Jaden Daniels outplay him? That's what I want to know. How in the hell did that shit happen? And also, what happened to your boy Ryan Leaf, walking around hurt than a motherfucker, looking in the damn tent and all that shit. My running back's just fine, bro. I didn't see Ashton Jeanty limping anywhere. I didn't see Ashton Jeanty doing anything but running the shit out of the football. What happened? Like I said, love it, bro. Welcome to the L party, Ike boy. Okay, you ain't all of that. All right, like I've been told you, you guys are pedestrian and it's coming. All right, Justin Saw was good. Said your Texas won today. Char and Jay. Hey, salute to the Texas, man. Hey, man, another guy who wanted to be a Raider, C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud threw 4 touchdown passes today. I mean, come on, bro. Can't make it up. He wanted to be a Raider. Jaden Daniels beat the Chargers. Nobody on your team could beat the Chargers. He beat the Chargers pretty fucking easy. He wanted to be a Raider. Can't make it up. Okay? You've struck out 2 quarterbacks in a row. Okay? Come on. All right. Gino's not getting any better. He was never getting better anymore. Okay? $6 million man. Okay? Or 3 majors or chip. Love the Raiders forever. Straight up. Ike boy here, what up, bro? Respect you showing up for the L. Hey man, yeah, he had to. Cause if he didn't show up for this L, bro, he was gonna get cooked. Cause you don't be a Tyler Helton, man, coming in here and dodging a fade, and then when you win, you want to lift your head up. Okay, I give him respect for that, but you still get cooked for all that shit you talk. That doesn't negate all the shit you talk. Okay, we got to make it clear. Y'all got shellacked today. Y'all thought, and you really thought you had a chance to win that game. Man, Jaden Daniels was like, y'all ain't winning shit. And Debo Samuel was running all over you guys. I was straight laughing when they got that touchdown with a minute left. What was it, like 50 seconds left? Y'all gave up a whole butt cheek at the end of the game. I was crying laughing, bro. It was funny as shit. All right. Bill Holloway was here so I don't get fined. Slept through everything, going back to bed. All right, big dog. All right, man, get some rest. The other team should have drafted Shador. Hey, man, he didn't. Starting with the Raiders. The Raiders didn't do it, okay? Don't wish a cold on anyone, but he did get a favor today. Yeah, man. Okay, man, right. Geno is Flacco. Man, shit. Flacco's Geno, okay? Geno is the standard. Let's understand that. Let's get these likes up. Sarah K. Scott in the building. Okay, salute to the Texans. Okay, I was checking, man. All right, he said IQ Casero sounds a cup for all we know, whack-ass charges. Straight up. Need to drink a hot toddy, yeah, go back to bed straight up. Geno Flacco, man. How about the Panthers? Oh, yeah, man, the Panthers, man. Salute to the Panthers. Snuff, man. My boy Snuff on here. He's a Panther fan. Salute to the Panthers, man. Panthers handle their business. Like I said, they look better than us. All right. Hey, boys, I know my team's not the same after your O-line got decimated. The O-line got decimated. Could be worse. Y'all could be in pre-Building Bowl. Hey, man, it won't be long, dog. I mean, at the end of the day, you're right, Ike boy. You know, your O-line decimated, but so is everybody else's O-line. You weren't talking that shit before, bro. Okay? You were not talking that shit before, and I don't feel sorry for you, dog. I was actually celebrating your damn demise, man. I was like, man, I was laughing my ass off because the key about you guys are, man, is that as soon as you guys start believing your own headlines, that's when you guys go back to earth. If you just stayed humble, bro, it'd go better for you, okay? All right, man. But we don't feel sorry for you, man. You definitely got your ass whooped, okay? All right, love it. All right, Justice Saw, don't forget about the Titans. Yes, they did. Yeah, man. Mike ready for Chip to get the boot. We are straight shambles. Raider, Jets, and the Giants all suck. Yeah, it's all bad. You been said Geno wasn't that guy. Told you guys, man, Geno's not the guy that's going to come over here and save your team, bro. It's not going to happen, okay? Geno is on pace to throw at least 25, 26 something interceptions. Okay, he's on pace, man. Shit, just do the math. He's got 9. We're at game 5. So 9 carried it to 18 at week 10. 18, you got, what, 17 more weeks, okay? There you go. 18, shoot, another 5 after that's 23 at 15, week 15. You throw 2 more, you know, shit, 25, 27. I just got it right. Geno's on pace to throw 27 interceptions. Okay? What's up, Major Raider? Major Raider in the building. Losing will weed out the fake Raider fans. There's a lot of them, dog. They really want to trade Max. I'm like, man, we're not listening to you. Okay? So yeah, trade rumors are full of crap. Okay? Yeah, man. Tyson, I seen that comment a lot. I wipe what's wrong. I wipe what's wrong with people. Yeah, I Talia, like the end of the day, man, there's always a dummies rolling around every fan base, man. We're not the only fan base that got delusional people in it. I mean, because the fans are people. You know, it's just like at your job, man. There's people at your job, like, yeah, man, you may have to work with them, but you wouldn't even go get a cup of coffee with them cats. Okay? All right, this dude on YouTube says he wants to lose as much as possible at this point and turn that shit off. That's ridiculous. Like I said, man, you guys entertain these channels, bro. You guys entertain that type of shit. You got to really be careful what you allow in these and in these. Okay? And anything else. Even your nostrils, what you smelling, what you eating, pause, all that shit, who you laying with, who you sleeping with, all those vibes, all that negativity that you guys taking in and shit. You got to be careful of that shit. You got to be careful. That's why I don't listen. I don't pay attention to none of these cats. I mean, even if I hit my timeline and I see that shit and I see some ridiculous shit, I just swipe. It's like, man, if I ain't seeing that shit, don't spend your time watching that negativity, bro. It's just going to make you crazy, bro. It's going to make you into an idiot. Okay. When Thomas said roaches with Raider hats, facts. You already know. You know that's my saying. You know I invented that. My fans saying might as well trade in the max. Yeah, man, it's crazy as hell. Panther Raider was going on until we draft our own quarterback, get a better online. We ain't going nowhere. And you know what? Pete knows that. And you know what? He's gonna have to figure this shit out, bro. I don't know what we're gonna do right now, but it's getting to the point, man, where we're gonna be done before midseason. Before midseason, we're gonna be out of any contention for the playoffs. We're gonna be out. Okay. So that old man strength made the Raider F those casual fans. Yeah, man, they're all over the place, man. I'm like, wow, bro. You really want to be sorry so you can have an excuse? Like it's crazy as hell. Like gray out, what's up? Turn off the lights. The battery went out. And when ain't no tank better than hear that BS. We ain't doing no tanking. We ain't doing none of that, dog. Archie Manning's not coming, dog. Archie Manning, there's no way in hell that Archie Manning's gonna allow his grandson to play for us. It's not gonna happen. When you've treated all these people the way you've treated them, it's not gonna happen. We don't treat people good. Lloyd Lay in the house. The boy said he was across the street. Mark Sanchez was sprinting in the alley. More than alcohol, allegedly said he jumped the old man for blocking the alley. And says he doesn't remember any of it. Well, man, that's what happened, man. I don't know if somebody, my dad was like, is he a gang member? I was like, what are you talking about, Dad? He's like, Aaron Hernandez. He was a gang member. I was like, Dad, if he was, Aaron Hernandez was doing what he was doing to people who was in gangs. He wasn't doing something to no 69-year-old man that was trying to earn a living, minding his business. Okay. Mark Sanchez was just on one. Okay. Somebody might have put some, somebody might have put a pubic hair in that. Somebody might have put a pube. Somebody might have laid something in his shit. And that was it. Okay. All right, man. Yeah. It would be the fate of the rest of the season. Greg Olson needs to go. Graham needs to make Leonard D the coach. Leonard D. Well, man, at the end of the day, man, I mean, there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. Hadn't been made. Okay. Who's going to get rid of who? Pete. I mean, what are we doing? Pete got his sons working for him. But that ain't uncommon. Okay. That's not uncommon at all, bro. Okay. So I don't want Matt Max to go anywhere. We have no direction. Casual fans, as you said, yeah. Black spoke in locker room interview was man was deflated. We'll have to look at the tape because man, he understands what it is, dog. You ever heard of a lifer, a company man, or a lifer, somebody who's been working their whole life? They go, Max is trying to be a lifer, bro. He's not trying to go nowhere. He wants to be a Raider, bro. He wants to retire as a Raider. But retiring as a Raider is hard. It's hard to retire, go through the beginning to the end with the Raiders. It's always been like that. I'll get rid of you when he thinks you're starting to fall off. So he wants to be a lifer. But so did Josh Jacobs. Like, things happen. Okay? It's not in the cards. It's not in the cards for Max to be here for life. It's not. Okay? If we don't start winning soon, there's a possibility. I mean, it could happen, but I saw Charles Woodson leave. I saw Marcus Allen leave. I saw Ken Stabler leave. I saw, I saw Dave Casper leave. I saw Jack Tatum leave. I mean, I've seen Hall of Famers leave, bro. Leave. Okay? And for every 5 or 6 of them, I had a Cliff Branch from beginning to end. I had a Fred Biletnikoff from beginning to end. Okay? All right? So, very few people I've drafted and we kept all the way. Because people leave. All right? So, hey, man, people might get their wish, bro, one day. Okay? All right, man. Max is, Paxton is the man. But like I said, there's a lot of people. Patrice said, Damian Lillard tweeted out the Raiders need to trade for Shedeur Sanders. Hey, man, salute to Dame Dollar, man. Dame Dollar's a real one, okay? Dame Dollar, a real one from the O, bro. I think he's from Brooksdale, if I ain't Brooksdale area, Oakland, if I ain't mistaken. Salute. But at the end of the day, man, somebody with Spy Tech gonna give up. Got to give up something. All right. Okay. Broncos fan. The Broncos and the Raiders were the classic best in Oakland. Hey, man, I grew up in that stadium in Oakland, dog. I mean, you ain't got to tell me. I'm a real one from Oakland. From that stadium in Oakland. Okay. I always tell you guys, I didn't grow up in Oakland, but I was in Oakland every weekend. My father worked in Oakland. So I was in Oakland all the time. All the time, bro. Okay. Ate at the same places, Eastmont Mall, all that shit. Everything. Okay. So I understand it. But the past is the past, bro. Oakland's not the return, bro. Not in our lifetime. Maybe one day, 50, 60 years from now, maybe they'll come back. But shit, are we gonna be here 50, 60 years from now? I don't think so. Okay. All right. If I was alive, Chip would have been fired after the day. Oh yeah, he would have got fired and sent on a private, sent on a damn regular plane ticket back to Vegas. Okay. You said Mark Davis equals John Carroll College. Yeah, I mean, he wishes. Yeah, Dame Dillard. Okay. All right, man. Mark Davis wants LB Aces championship. I mean, he's getting it. Mark Davis is enjoying his life, dog. I remember Mark Davis is 70 years old, bro. Mark Davis is 70 years old, bro. He's trying to enjoy his last time he's on here. Okay. He's gonna live it out the way he wants to. All right. Unfortunately, the same amount of energy is not being put in to the Raiders. Okay. All right. He wouldn't have hired Chip Kelly. No. Hold Pete Carroll and Spike took accountable for Chip Kelly, Geno, and Greg Olson and his two sons. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what happens, bro. It's National Football League. You saw it tonight. Oh, you didn't see it tonight, Whittington Thomas? You didn't see somebody hire their son who has no business being on the telecast? You didn't see Chris Collinsworth's son, Jack Collinsworth? You never heard of that dude ever in your life. How the fuck did Jack Collinsworth get that job? You saw it tonight. You didn't say nothing. Because you're used to it. Oh, you thought Jack Collinsworth played football and he did something? No, his daddy gave him that job that's on there. That dude that done shit. Okay? Chris Sims. What Chris Sims do? That dude was an absolute scrub. Only reason why he's on the telecast because of his father. I don't hear nobody saying that about Phil Sims. He's only on there because of Phil Sims, because he was a trash ass player. Mark Sanchez was better than Chris Sims. See what I'm saying? So him firing his sons don't got shit to do with shit, because that's what they do. Okay? Everybody does it. Don't let me do it. Don't let me be in the position. I'm hiring my son. I don't give a damn what nobody's saying. Okay? And don't let me have a daughter. I'm hiring her too. Shit, I might hire some of my nieces and nephews. I don't care. Okay? Because that's what everyone does. All right? It would be in best interest to bring DC4 back next season. I just told you what has to happen. Number one, DC4 has to want to play, and number two, he has to. You got to give New Orleans some compensation. All right, get these likes up. I'm about to get up out of here. Okay, you guys should have drafted Bo Nix. We couldn't draft Bo Nix. Bo Nix was drafted ahead of us. Okay, he was drafted a pick before we drafted Brock Bowers. He was already off the table. He was gone. Okay, Broncos drafted ahead of us. They drafted Bo Nix. We couldn't have drafted him anyway, unless we was gonna make a trade, and that wasn't gonna happen. Anthony King, what's going on, Ant King, man? Welcome to the elite, man. Being a member. Okay, Champ Kelly should have been reporting as GM. A lot of shit. AP should be the coach, and Champ Kelly should be there. Okay, but it's not. $75 million for Geno, yeah, but only $60 million guaranteed, which is still a shit ton of money. Okay. All right, man. At this point, I don't think Kenny Pickett could play any worse than Geno Smith. Of course why wouldn't you say that? I mean, they may put him in, but he can't get any worse. Well, at the end of the day, man, you're not justifying paying Geno the money you're paying him if you're benching him at week 5. I mean, you're paying the man $42 million. You give him 5 weeks, you bench him, and you put in a player that's not even making $4 or $5 million, bro. Like, you got to justify that salary, man. You know how crazy it's going to look to have Geno on the bench and we're paying him $42 million? This looks crazy. Looks crazy, man. We got to let him get up there and suck. All right? Pete, man, catch enough heat over the time to throw in the towel. Geno's the best we have on our squad. Geno is still the best quarterback. Okay? I'm sorry. He is. He is, bro. But like I said before, that, desperate time, desperate measures, man. But it's going to be on Pete. All right, man. You said you thought Geno got 85 mil. You got to understand the only thing guaranteed in football is a signing bonus. Everything else is if it goes through the entire contract. When they say 60 million guaranteed, that's the money that he's guaranteed. He might not live out his contract. It might not happen. If we decide to move on from him next year, we can move on from him. Still got to pay him 60 million. So 85 is if it goes through the entire contract. If it goes all the way to the end. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. Dick Lavender, what's going on? My boy DL, what's going on? DL said, I never wanted to let Derek Carr go. I didn't either, bro. I didn't either because I knew that we weren't ready for that. I knew that we weren't prepared. But that's what happens, man, when you step out and you ain't ready. Okay? You wasn't ready, dog. You wasn't ready to get out in the world and get your own place and handle all your own bills. That's why within 6 months you was evicted and you had to come home. 60 million for Gino's nasty work. That's how much it is. And King, I thought Gino sucked when he was with the Jets drafting him. He still sucks now. He still has a job. See, Jimmy Garoppolo got a job too. I mean, is being good a prerequisite to be in the NFL? No. You don't have to be good to be in the NFL. You got to be good in the NFL to succeed, but you don't have to be good to be in the NFL. Okay? You could just be mediocre or suck and be the NFL, but you're there. Okay? Straight up. Mario said that we was fooled by Peter and the YouTubers. I wasn't fooled by him. Okay? I knew what it was. I knew it was a rebuild. Ask yourself, why did Brady pass on him? Brady didn't have no power to draft him in the first place. I don't have to ask myself that. You need to ask yourself why you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Tom Brady doesn't draft anyone because if he did, he wouldn't have drafted Cam Miller, who was on the practice squad. That just goes to show you you're not a fan of the Raiders, bro. You're just asking questions because you're trying to act like you're smart, but you're not smarter than us over here. Okay? Tom Brady didn't make no draft picks. All right? All right, look like it's going to be another long season. Yeah, live it down. See all those ones. He was hurt then, Bowers. Shaq, we were discussing it. Made no sense. Yeah, man, we were talking about that weeks ago. Matter of fact, me, Major Raider, and Whittington Thomas was all, and his wife and his peoples that was with him, we were all talking about it there because Brock Bowers was on the sidelines. Remember Whittington Thomas? I was pointing out, I got pictures, bro. Like this is, I mean, I really should put him up, man, but why? You know, Brock Bowers had on the Jordan 3 black cement cleats. He was on sidelines, bro. He was just in there, dog, just standing there, not doing shit. Okay, and that was before the season. All right, try to tell you guys. Okay, Ant King, love real Raiders, straight up. Market Hewlett, Shaq, I was at the game. Center's killing us, and Chip is not the answer. Hey, man, college offices don't work in the NFL. Okay. I was telling Whittington Thomas, the last time I saw a college offense succeed in the National Football League is when the Houston Oilers were running the run and shoot offense. Back in the mid '80s, they were running the run and shoot with Warren Moon, and Warren Moon was putting up all those scores, and they were running run and shoot, and everybody started trying to run and shoot until Monty Kiffin figured out that cover two, and that changed that shit. Why you think you don't see gimmicks? Why you don't think you see gimmicks in the NFL anymore? You don't see nobody running the West Coast offense anymore. Like all those wrinkled offenses, okay? Run and shoot. What was that Jerry Glanville when he was with the Falcons? I forgot what offense that was when they had Billy Joe Herbert and all that. Remember when Dion was on that team? They had a certain offense. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't the run and shoot. It was it had a name like that. I can't remember what it was, bro. And they had Billy Joe Herbert, and they had Andre Rison, and they had all that. They were doing all of that shit, that play. And then you had the West Coast offense with Bill Walsh. Okay, and I talked to Coach Walsh about that offense when I met him. And you had that. Then you had remnants of the West Coast offense. What John Gruden ran was pieces of the West Coast offense because 49er pedigree of John Gruden and all that type of shit. So he ran his portion of that. Why you don't see nobody running these offenses anymore? You don't see nobody running a West Coast offense. You don't see nobody running a run and shoot. You don't see nobody running a wishbone offense. You don't see, I mean, why? Because gadget shit doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. Having a gadget offense doesn't help you, doesn't benefit you anymore. Okay? Players are too fast, too big, too skilled. Like, you have to keep them off balance. You can't be like, okay, we run this offense and that's what we do. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, bro, just to show you how astute we are over here. How many teams in the National Basketball Association run the triangle offense? 0. The triangle offense, Michael Jordan, 6-0. Tex Winners offense, 6-0 in the finals. Shaq and Kobe ran that. Phil Jackson was the last person. Well, it's next to the last person. The next person after that, when Phil Jackson became the head coach of the New York, became the GM of the New York Knicks, he brought in Derek Fisher to run what? To run the triangle with the Knicks. It didn't work. It didn't work because you have to have the personnel. You have to have the greatest player of his generation in that offense. That's why you don't see the triangle being ran anymore, because you have to have Jordan in that offense. You have to have Kobe in that offense. Do you see any Jordans or Kobe's in the National Basketball Association? No. So there's no use of you running that. Okay? That's why. Chip Kelly has a nuanced offense. College. He has his offense and his strategy. It's not working. He's not changing it. Okay? I always tell the damn truth, Yusuf. All right, man. Said AP's thinking I told you so. Hey man, AP's laughing, because that's what you do when people shortchange you and people underestimate you and it goes bad for them. You laugh. I mean, I really laugh. I laugh at a lot of my old work back at home. I laugh how y'all turned out. Y'all really thought that I didn't have my shit cracking. Okay, now look. 3 or 4 baby daddies later, somebody's shining like a diamond and somebody's shining like a cubic zirconia, and it ain't me. I'm just making it clear. A whole bunch of them looking crazy out there. Made the wrong decision. Okay, when I was breaking right, you want to break right? Oh no, I'm gonna break left. Left, bumpy road. I mean, it started you just on a dirt road, then you got on a clay road, then you got on a rock road, and now your ass is broke down over there, and I'm just running smooth. Okay. Glenn Pastores, appreciate this channel, Shaq. This has been my psychotherapy every day after Raider loss. Love your takes, man. Glad we have the same teams, Raider, Lakers, Yankees. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm also Sixers. Throw the Sixers in there too. Okay. So yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined, bruh. Okay. But yeah, the Yankees, we got absolutely shellacked, man. We were losing 12 nothing. And then the Yankees said, hey, man, we gotta let you know what it is. And we kind of scared them. We came back. We got like 7, ran off 7 on them real quick. Okay. All right, man. P-Dog, first wild card team to win a Super Bowl, man. That's right, Super Bowl 15. You already know that. All right, man. Cliff Bolden said, I'm a 3-ringer. Feels good, man, because you can tell yourself they ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay. All right, man. Bev, what's going on, Bev? My sister Bev in here. What's going on, man? What's going on, sis? What's going on, man? Hey, man, how's my niece doing? How's baby 2.0 doing? Okay. See, I sent them pictures. See, I had to let you know, man. Your nephew was with Swaggy P and his kids yesterday. Okay. It's just how it goes, man. When you Matthew Shaq, things just happen. You just people run into you. I mean, damn, we at Target, man. At Target, bruh. Come on, that's where I was at. You could look at the picture and tell it's Target. Look at the background. It's Target. That's where I was at. Like I said, okay? All right, man. Some of y'all need to take notes from the 3 rings. That's right, Lloyd Lay, but they mad at us, man, because we ain't upset. I mean, Raider fans was mad at me because I wasn't upset, bro. They pissed off, man. I'm like, man, I ain't mad behind that, dog. This ain't Raider football. Bro. Okay? Pete's not a Raider. Chip Kelly's not a Raider. Geno Smith's not a Raider. Come on, bro. Those are the 3 people that's the most important people on offense. The head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback. None of them are Raiders. You expect to win? Nah, let's just get rid of him and put in quick Kenny Pickett, who's a Steeler and a damn Eagle. He ain't a Raider either, bro. I mean, damn. You'd be better off putting in Cam Miller. At least he's a Raider. You got to start somewhere. Somebody has to be a Raider, bro. Somebody. Okay? Ashton Genty's a Raider. Why you think he's averaging 4 yards a carry? Oh, and his season average went up. Remember, Geno, Ashton Genty's only averaging 2.7 yards a carry. He's a bust. You know what his average is now? His average is 4.4 now. For the season. He's averaging almost 2 more yards a carry now. Now he's above league average. Okay? League average is 4.1. He's getting 4.4. He was getting 4.8 today. Why wasn't he getting a fucking football? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Ashton Genty ain't no bust, bro. He's well over 4 yards a carry. Okay? You give him the ball on first down, you give him the ball on second down. On third down, it's 3rd and 1. See? That's Matthew Shack unfiltered. That's my logic. When I played, I averaged 5 yards a carry. 5. And my coach still didn't give me the ball like he's supposed to. I'm like, coach, it don't make no sense, bro. Because he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He didn't want to make it about me. Like, I'm averaging 5 yards a carry. You giving it to the other guy. I got more yards than him. He's only averaging 4.2. He goes, yeah, but our offense was based on what we were doing with him. Yeah, but when we needed a first down, who's getting it? You give me the ball 2 times as a first. Well, I don't understand. You got to remember, Pete Carroll stopped giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl. You forget that? Did you forget that Pete Carroll stopped giving Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl? Marshawn Lynch ran off a 7-yard run, and then all he had to do was give it to him again. He would have scored. But now you wanted Russell Wilson to be the MVP, and he threw that pick to Malcolm Butler. That was it. Remember? Because you want to win your way. You don't want to win. You want to win your way. You want your quarterback. You want your offense. You want your offensive coordinator. You don't want to win. You just want to win your way. And if you can't win your way, you just lose. All right? Got to watch the tape. Hey, man, I ain't seen the tape. Good answer. Okay? All right, man. Going on. Bev in the building. So you got to go through the ugly adolescent phase. Yeah, man, the pimply phase, bro. You got to go through that pimply phase, bro, where your whole face look like somebody put some magic marker on your shit. Your skin is combustible at that point, bro. Okay? Straight up. Got to be careful. You hug them, man. When they have shit, pus start popping off on their face and shit on your face. Got to be careful. Okay? All right. Okay, all right, man. If you were HC, what would you do differently after this game? I'd mix things up. If I was a head coach, I would have been mixed it up. Try some other lineups. Try some other situations, bro. Stop sticking to the formula. The formula's not working. Shake it up. You don't know what somebody's going to do in a different situation. Like, definitely with the secondary, I would be like, okay, Kai Blue. He likes Kai Blue Kelly because Pete has a prototype in his mind. Okay? Pete has a prototype player that he wants that's going to be playing in his secondary. So let me give you a case in point, man. Let me put it in terms that you all y'all going to understand. Okay? I don't care who you are. Man, woman, pronoun, whatever you are, you have a type of person that you like. Tall, skinny, short, fat, shapely, flat, whatever you like. Blonde, brunette, dark, light, tall, short, whatever, bro. Whatever it is you like, you have a preference. Okay? Because I know I did. I had a preference. What I like. Okay? Guess what? A lot of times what you like ain't what's best for you. You like some shit and they like some other shit. Or they like you, but they don't love you. And you be doing too much to try to be with something you like when something that's best for you is right there. And that's why a lot of y'all have your situations the way you had it, because you're too busy trying to be with something you like that wasn't good for you, and something that you wasn't what you was interested in was best for you. And you know what? That's the situation with Pete, bro. Okay? Comes a time when you get old enough where you like, I like that, but that shit ain't good for me. Okay? I like it, but I don't love it because of what it means. I started liking stuff that was going to make sense. Okay? Yeah, still going to look good. I mean, ain't going to be no ugliness, but I'm not the one that's the popular one, the one that everybody's chasing. I ain't, because that means I'm in competition with a whole lot of people, man. I ain't trying to be having to keep that person's attention like that all the damn time. If they want to be out there in them streets, they want to be out there. Stop chasing people that want to be out in the streets. That's what they want to do. You ain't going to make them stay home. Okay? You want to be out in the club? Okay, cool. All right? I met you in the club. You're going to be in the club. See, that's one thing I had to stop doing. All these girls meeting them in the club. They're going to be in the club. That's where I met them at. Start meeting the ones different places. Meeting the ones from church, meeting the ones from over here. Met this one, was at the library or whatever it is you did. However you took a dancing class and then she was in the dancing class. You got to meet people that's doing shit that ain't got shit to do with being out in the streets. Okay? Same shit with Pete. Pete has to stop just liking somebody because they fit his criteria. They over 6 foot. They're big. They're rangy. Whatever. He likes sizable cornerbacks. He don't like small cornerbacks. He don't like people. He likes certain shit. It's not working. Kai Blue Kelly fits your profile. He's a horrible cover corner. He's getting busted. He's getting lit. You got to do better. So if I was the head coach, I would be like, hey man, I got to try some different people. Hey man, hey Kai Blue, man, you can come in and nickel packages. We got to try something else. Okay? Because it ain't working. You never know, bro. Everybody that's a great player wasn't a certain height. Okay? I understand cornerbacks, you want them to be taller because the cornerbacks are taller, but man, if you a beast, bro. Brian Dawkins wasn't 6'2". Okay? Brian Dawkins knock your damn block off. Knock your whole head off. Okay? That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. So don't judge every book by the same cover. That's what I would do. Okay? All right, man. Good to baby, man. Sebastian running around messing up people's hair. Okay? All right, man. Standing for truth in the house. Appreciate it, man. Jesse Merle watching the silver and black get killed. Repping the Blaze, win for the nation, win, lose, or tie. Yeah, man. Off the chain. Y'all saw the Ashton Genty I had on today, dog. Off the hook. The brand new one. Man, like I said, I'm wearing my stuff. Okay. All right, man. Okay, straight up. Said, smell the rat when Gino was pressing a 2-year extension. Yeah, because he knew what it was. He knew he was gonna get paid. Knew it was the last chance to get that bag. What better when the Raiders is desperate for a quarterback? Yeah, man, that's what happens, man. When you're desperate, you're desperate. It is what it is. People can smell desperation. Okay. Longest return with Raiders with John Madden, 10 non-losing seasons. My first head coach. 73% win percentage. Guy immediately won, and when he didn't look back. But you got to understand why he won. Everybody knows John Madden's the GOAT. But why is John Madden the GOAT for our team? Because John Madden was waiting in the wings, bro. He's waiting in the wings. He's a linebackers coach. You know that, right? John Madden was a linebackers coach. Did John Madden play linebacker? No. See, you understand John Madden. John Madden was an offensive lineman, bro. Offensive lineman at Cal Poly. Okay. He was hurt. You got to understand John Madden. John Madden was it late 50s. I think it was 58, 59, something like that. Okay. John Madden from the Bay Area, from Daly City. Okay. It's from Daly City, bro. Went to high school with John Robinson. John Robinson used to be the head coach at USC and the head coach of the Rams. Won all those national titles. They were best friends growing up. Okay. John Madden went to Cal Poly on a scholarship, football scholarship. He got a knee injury. Okay. He got hurt and he was supposed to go with them on a road trip, but he said he was going to stay and rehab his knee. That plane crashed and killed everybody. Everybody on that team, his football team, died in a plane crash. He's the only survivor because he didn't go. He had survivor's remorse the rest of his life, which is why he didn't like planes. Okay? Imagine the only reason why you're alive is because you had a knee injury and you decided, I'm going to try to rehab it and not go on a trip, and they don't make it there. Everybody passes away on a plane. The entire football team, cheerleaders, the frost-off team, coaches, pilots, everybody. You're the only person. John Madden, the only person who survived that had anything to do with that football team. He gets drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay? You could go find his football card. All right? He played like a couple of games. His knee went out on him. He's done. His knee was done. He couldn't play it no more. Came back home, dog. Trying to find him a job. Okay? Raiders. Al Davis. Said, hey, man, you want to come over and be a linebackers coach? He wasn't no linebacker, dog. He wasn't a linebacker. How did an O-line guy get a linebacker's job? Because he told Al, I'll take that job. And he learned how to be a linebackers coach. This is Raider shit. This is what these casuals don't know. This is what these funky ass channels don't know. Okay? He took a job that he wasn't qualified for and he said, I'm going to learn it. What did he do? He learned it. With Al Davis standing over him, bruh. Imagine that. You don't have no experience with the defense at all, but you're supposed to be. Al Davis is the coach and you're the linebackers coach. He said he spent all his time studying defenses, studying linebackers, studying Vince Lombardi. He did everything he needed to do. He even reached out to Vince Lombardi to try to learn defenses and shit. He's like, I'm dedicated to learning how to be the linebackers coach when he wasn't a linebacker in his life. That's dedication. That's what this team doesn't have. That's what this fan base doesn't have. All right. What happened? John Rosh, who was the head coach after Al Davis coached the team for a while, became the commissioner in the NFL, became a co-owner of the Raiders, general partner, all that. John Roch was hired. He was the assistant head coach to John Roch. Okay. John Roch decided that he didn't want to be with the Raiders anymore, and he went to Buffalo. Became the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. John Madden was 32 years old, never been a head coach in his life, never been anything other than linebackers coach and an offensive lineman. Al Davis picked him to be the coach. Why? Because Al Davis knew that he was going to do everything possible to be a good-ass head coach because of what he saw him do as being a linebackers coach. He put just as much effort into being a linebackers coach as he would have done if he was the head coaching job. That's the difference. The difference is when your big opportunity, oh, now I'm ready. Oh, I'm about to be the manager. Now I'm ready. But when they say, hey man, you got to make the coffee. Did you learn how to make the coffee? Did you learn how to use the fax machine? Did you learn how to do your little job as well as you did? Because they watching you, bro. That's why you ain't got no raise. That's why ain't nobody promoted you. They see you bullshitting. They see you fiddle farting around. Okay? That's why you ain't getting promoted. All right? He got promoted because Al Davis said John is going to do everything possible to be the best head coach he could be. Guess what? Who's the all-time greatest head coach in the history of the Raiders? Thank you. You don't have that kind of dedication, Raider fan. Your team doesn't have that kind of dedication outside of a guy who has number 98 on his jersey and a guy that has number 89 on his jersey and a guy that has number 2 on his jersey. You don't have too many dudes that are dedicated like that. Okay? Because you're not dedicated like that. You're ready to throw away the greatest player on your team because you want to be sorry so you have a fucking excuse to go to work and say you're sorry. No. We're not listening to you. Okay? At all. All right? Keep getting rid of real Raiders. Spillane looking good in New England. He tried to stay. Didn't want to pay him. Okay? All right, man. Okay. All right. See you guys on here. Sling and Sammy. New York coaches could be getting fired. I think one of them is good enough to be on a bad team. Which New York Jets coaches? Well, they ain't gonna get rid of that new head coach, man. They just got him. What's his name, man? The brother, man. I can't think of his name right now, but he just became the head coach, man. He's in his first year. Okay. All right. Okay. Team was fractured before Pete. Yeah, it's been fractured. Then Gino yelling at Jordan Meredith on the sidelines. It's a mess right now. I mean, Geno Smith is yelling at who he can yell at. Understand that. He's not yelling. Did he yell at JPJ? So you gotta understand. You gotta understand what Geno's trying to do, bro. You gotta understand. Geno's yelling at who he can yell at. Is he yelling at JPJ? No. Is he yelling at Max? No. He's yelling at who he can yell at. Jordan Meredith. He's the only, come on. Makes sense. Y'all don't even want Jordan Meredith to be the center. So is that really an issue? Okay. All right, man. Geno on the sideline. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Oh yeah, he gets paid the big bucks. Tampa did escape. That's right, man. You right, Tony Dale. Your team did do good. Real Raiders do that. Sit back and chill. See what happens. That's what I've been doing, dog. Sit back and wait. Okay. Yeah, he's out of position. Okay. There was that feeling he wasn't going to back it up. After Chip Kelly, the special teams coach got to go. Y'all ain't talking about special teams coach. Special teams coach is trash. Special teams coach had a block punt, a block field goal for a win last week, and a block punt that got AJ Cole hurt. AJ Cole got an ankle injury. Y'all ain't talking about that special teams coach. What's his name? There's 3 coach leaders on the Raiders. There's Chip Kelly, there's Patrick Graham. What's the special team coach's name? You have no idea. Okay. No idea. All right, man. Turnover machine, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's all bad. Okay, Jesse Murrow in the building. Gino holds the ball too damn long. He does. Okay. I see those ones. All right, man. Terry Lowe. Sad man, always a Raider Nation. Still has to change. Well, when's it going to change? The fan base got to change. Your fans are a reflection of the team. You walking around in shambles, their team walking around in shambles, man. Somebody has to man up, dog. Like, we're a bad football team, man. Don't y'all understand that? No matter how many different ways do they need to show you they're not ready. He had the audacity to still laugh and pop up smiles at his presser. Yeah. Never let him see you sweat, man. Gino think he cooler than everybody else. He think he the cool kid. So heard that too. Gino kept saying we. Yeah. We. Hey, man. All right, man. So Gino's worthless. Quitting's getting worse than losing by far. I don't never quit. I'd rather lose. Okay? Did I really lose or did I run out of time? That's what I'd say. Like, shit, man, I lost, man. I just didn't have enough time. Didn't have enough time to make up the deficit. Damn, ran out of time, dog. Clock ran out. I ain't quit. I ain't no quitter, bro. Okay, can't quit. I don't quit, dog. All right, man. You're usually the last to leave our seats at the Death Star. Man, I'm always the last to leave, dog. Whitney Thomas can tell you that. When we went to the Steeler game last year, I was on live with you guys. Whitney Thomas said, I'm going to go back to the hotel because the stadium was empty, bro. Guess who had to tell me it was time to go? The people, the ushers and shit, they had to come get a nigga. I was like one of the last people in there on the live. They're like, sir, we're like, there was nobody in there, dog. I was still in there. I was literally one of the last people to leave as a fan. That's just how I do it, dog. I'm not going nowhere. Like, I'm not telling you guys to be me, man, but I'm just telling you what I think. All right, man. All right, that's why you work on Sundays. Don't give up to the fat lady sayings, or when she does sing, you still stay to the end. That's our old school values. Your man ain't going nowhere. Nope. The only way I leave, man, my wife had to tell me it's time to go. Like, okay, babe, we have to get back to the hotel or something like that. But shit, all the times outside of the 49er game, that was the last time they were with me when I lost. But shit, every other time, I ain't never lost with my wife there or my son. I always won. Every time. Okay, don't the 49er game. That was the last time that they went with us and we lost that. That was it. Okay. But every other time I won. Even preseason games. Went to the Raiders and Rams at SoFi, we won. Maybe my family, they good luck pieces. Okay. It's just we had Jared Shittum as the quarterback. And that's why we lost. Okay. When I had Derek Carr, man, I was undefeated. All right. Robbie Renega, man, all I'm saying is the Raiders need consistency. Every 2 years is a different scheme. It ain't every 2 years, it's every year. It ain't every 2 years, it's every year. Every year you have a different offensive coordinator. Every year you have a different coach. Every year. This year you have Pete Carroll. Last year you had Antonio Pierce. Okay? Year before that, you had Antonio Pierce for half the year. You had Josh McDaniels for that year. Every year. It ain't no every 2. All right, man. Jermaine Pratt giving up on us. I don't know. Okay. A lot of people gave up. PG with the soft zone hasn't changed jack in his schemes. Nobody's talking about PG, though. PG's being handcuffed by PC. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all, man. You guys making excuses for Patrick Graham. You guys are caping for Patrick Graham. Okay? Nah. Pete Carroll and him, they work on that defense together, bro. Trust and believe he ain't being handcuffed. Pete Carroll hired him. He was retained. How is he handcuffing him when he could have easily replaced him? That's how I know y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all saying that he's handcuffing him. How's he handcuffing him when he could have got rid of him? He didn't. That PG was keeping some continuity, bruh. There was no reason to keep Patrick Graham as far as Pete Carroll is concerned. I was happy we kept Patrick Graham, but we didn't have the same defense. We lost all those pieces. So no, ain't no handcuffing. PG just ain't doing a good job. Sorry, bro. He's go back to the sideline, back to the booth, and make Chip Kelly call plays on the sidelines. Well, Chip Kelly back there, he'll be eating all the hot dogs and eating popcorn in between plays. Did you see that dude's body language, bro? Did you see him like this? Tell me y'all didn't see that. This dude's body language is horrible, bro. Absolutely horrible. All right. He's running Pete Senile Pete's. You said Pete's defense. He's in Graham's defense. He's running Pete Senile Pete's scheme, not his. How do you know that? That ain't true. That ain't true at all. They both run in the same scheme. Why do you think he retained them? Y'all ain't even understanding what you're saying, man. Stop trying to make excuses for who you like. You like Patrick Graham. I like Patrick Graham too. But nobody's above a critique, bro, in Raider Nation. Dick Lavender, nobody. Okay? Everybody can be critiqued. There is no protecting who you like. You're trying to protect Patrick Graham for what I'm saying, bruh. If Pete Carroll wanted a flunky to just run his defense, he didn't have to keep Patrick Graham. He didn't have to keep Patrick Graham because Patrick Graham didn't have none of his people from last year. I can understand if the defense was still in place. If Tom Telesco, asked Tom Telesco, if he would have signed Spillane, if he would have signed Merrick, if he would have signed Hobbs, if he would have signed Divine Diablo, he would have signed those defensive players. It would have made sense because you would have had continuity. You would know, PG, you're here because you know the personnel. Damn near everybody on your defense is new. Everybody. You re-signed Max. You signed Palomalu. You signed Malcolm Kuntz. Who else did you sign? Everybody's new. Devin White wasn't on the team last year. Geronimo Pratt wasn't on. Pratt. Jermaine Pratt was not on the team last year. Okay. Eric Stokes wasn't on the team last year. Kai Blue Kelly wasn't on the team last year. So why do I need to keep somebody just to keep them? No, because he liked Patrick Graham's scheme and they're working on that scheme together. So no, not right on that one. Pete Carroll needs to coach the coaches. Coaches is not enough. Yeah, he need to do something. Ball was deflected. Pedestrian buns. Yeah. Oh, you already know that. Washington handled the Chargers. Yeah, Chargers never won anything. Yeah, funny as hell. He was talking shit last week. Ike Boy was on a soapbox last week. Okay. How quick the league will humble your ass. Ready to like looking scripted, effortless loss of look. Nathan Ford, it's been 41 years since our last. I'm 45. Yeah, dog. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember sitting there watching it on TV, man, having the time of my life. Watching the Raiders down in Tampa handle their business. 38-9. I know the score and everything, man. I know Marcus Allen, 74-yard, 17 Bob Trejo, go this way, turn around on a dime and run up the A-gap, run up the seam all the way, bruh. You don't even understand how much I was screaming and hollering, bruh. Come on, dog. Won a whole Super Bowl. That was my third. Okay. All right. I can see the falling us calling up for Max. Call all you want. Call all you want. There's been plenty of girls you've called, they didn't answer. You call all you want. Call till your cows come home. Okay, it's not gonna happen. So, all right, Bev, go do your thing. I know you gotta wind down. Gino's there to pick up a bag. He's picking it up. Jay, Kip, and Carroll and the AP looked better. Yes, facts. Timothy James, 3-ringer, know the truth. These are the same fans that said AP was the problem. Yeah, man, who they gonna blame now? Now they on Pete Carroll's. They're on his back now. Okay, but AP wasn't the problem. For midseason shit, I'm starting my mock draft tonight. Raiders picking 3. Okay, all right, man. Sanchez charged with 3 misdemeanors: suspicion of battery and injury, unlawful injury of motor vehicle, and public intoxication. Shit, man, he better hope nothing happens to that old man, or he gonna be in there for something else. Okay. Got the gas station with a Raider hat. Past time pissed me off. I didn't feel like I was going to jail. Okay. Hey, man, don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay. What about Khalil Mack? Khalil Mack's like this right now. Why are you bringing him up? Has he won a playoff game yet? No. Has he won a defensive player of the year since he was us? No. He ain't been the same since he left the Raiders. His best years was with us, and now he's walking around holding his wrist like this. Talk about him all you want. He didn't play. Attorney plays bill $300. Yeah, it's all bad. If we get Tim Brown wearing a Bucs uniform, that was rough. Well, Tim Brown said that was a mistake. Tim Brown said he got in his feelings. Tim Brown admitted it. He said he was in his feelings about it, and he should have just not did it. Okay, but I'm not Tim Brown being a Raider, being a Buck was not the hardest thing I ever saw. The hardest thing I ever saw was Marcus Allen being a Raider, being a damn Chief, and kicking our ass, going 9-1 against us when he went over there. 9-1. That's when the Chief shit started, where we couldn't beat those motherfuckers with Marty Schottenheimer and them. That was the nightmare. Okay, that was it. All right, for me. Okay, yeah, Mac ain't no Raider, bro. Just got in time to pull the plug on the Raiders because Geno Smith ain't it. Hey man, I'm not pulling no plugs on nothing. You ain't talking to me. You must be talking to somebody else. So thank God for the NBA season. Yeah, it's gonna get your mind off the Raiders, man. But real Raiders don't get their minds off of this. Ain't gonna be no distractions. Y'all need a distraction. Okay, watch the surveillance camera. Got it. Yeah, they got them also for stealing the phone. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Now they get nepotism. I get it, but they do it. But they suck. They do. Most people do suck. But shit. Jack Collinsworth any good? Is Chris Sims any good? They suck. They on TV. Chris Jones. Yeah, my stinking Yankees. They horrible, bro. Yankees is horrible, bro. They getting their ass whipped. Well, they ain't horrible. It's just that the Blue Jays has been beating us all year. Blue Jays is a good team. And man, we lose to the Blue Jays, I ain't gonna be mad. Because Blue Jays have been beating everybody. It's just when don't let it be no Blue Jays and Dodgers, they're gonna learn the hard way. All right, man. Yeah. Okay, straight up. All right, Lawrence Tobin. Thanks, Shaq, for telling his fans about NFL business, how it works. I'm just telling you what I know. Yeah, the pistol. Thank you, Major Raider. I couldn't think of it. Pistol. The pistol offense that Jerry Glanville ran. The pistol offense with Billy Joe Herbert. It was him, Andre Rison. I forgot. Their running back name was William Andrews. How the fuck do I know all this shit? Am I a Falcons fan or am I just a football savant? See if I'm right. William Andrews was a running back. Billy Joe Herbert was the quarterback. And guess who was the backup on that team? Brett Favre. Booty Bang, did you know that Brett Favre? Did you know that? Booty Bang, did you know that Brett Favre was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons and he was him and Andre Rison was running buddies at the clubs down there. They was running hoes down there. And then he got traded to Green Bay. Most people don't even know that Brett Favre came from the Falcons. He was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. I remember all that shit. But William Andrews was the running back there. And they ran a pistol offense. And it was successful for a year. Red gun offense with Jerry Glanville. There you go. Pistol, red gun offense. But it's a pistol. Red gun, pistol. So both of y'all, Major Raider and y'all got it right. But that was in here, bruh. That had nothing to do with the Raiders. I just know football. I just knew Jerry Glanville. I'm naming the players. I'm naming who's the quarterback, the running back, wide receivers. I just couldn't remember the name. Okay? Gadget offenses don't work in the league anymore. Okay? All right. All right. So the Raiders are trash. I mean, tell us something we don't know. All right, man. Yeah, go get that jury duty, man. Go do what you got to do. All right, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to get up out of here my damn self. Been on here 2 hours. All right. Okay. Why didn't the Raiders draft Will Johnson? Anyone typical Pete Carroll quarterback? Because Pete Carroll didn't want to waste that draft pick on a cornerback when he could pick up somebody that he wanted to pick up. He already had Kai Blue Kelly in his sights. Like sometimes you already have the people that you already have in mind. So he's like, I'm not going to waste a draft pick on Will Johnson when I can just go ahead and get a Will Johnson already in the NFL. He wouldn't got Eric Stokes, who's what? Injured. He picked up the people that he thought he didn't need. That's why he didn't draft him. Okay? But why didn't we draft Christian Gonzalez? See, these are the questions we got to ask ourselves. Who's breaking up plays out there that we just saw? Christian Gonzalez. Why didn't we draft him? A lot of questions. Okay? Yeah, I miss Al Davis too, man. What about Tom Flores? You want me to tell Tom Flores real quick? I'll tell you Tom Flores. Tom Flores was the first quarterback ever for the Raiders. Tom Flores played quarterback for the Raiders. There's your history. When the team was incepted in 1960, who was the quarterback? Tom Flores. Tom Flores had been a Raider longer than Al Davis was. Al Davis didn't come to the Raiders until 63, third year. Tom Flores was the quarterback. First quarterback ever for the Raiders, Las Vegas, Oakland, or LA was Tom Flores. He was already a Raider. That's how. That's how that whole shit happened. He played, okay, all right, and then he came back when he retired. He came back and Al Davis gave him a job as an assistant. See how that worked? He was under John Madden. See? So when John Madden retired in 78, because he couldn't fly no more, he's like, I can't do it no more. Al Davis did the same shit. He picked the assistant to be the coach, Tom Flores. And then he went and picked up a guy that was on waivers from the San Francisco 49ers by the name of Jim Plunkett off of waivers for nothing. Traded Ken Stabler to the Houston Oilers, along with Jack Tatum and along with Dave Casper for Dan Pastorini, who was trash. But Dan Pastorini played for University of Santa Clara, and he was from San Jose area. So he knew of him too. Brought him in. Dan Pastorini got his arm broke. Who became the starter? Jim Plunkett. Come on, dog. Come on. Everything is in-house. We won 3 Super Bowls in-house. Coaches, both coaches, in-house. Quarterback, drafted by the Raiders. Quarterback who won 2 more, upgraded after an injury. Second string quarterback, won 2. Because we hire from within. That's why you don't win, Raider fan, because you don't know that. No free agent won anything for you. Rich Gannon, who a lot of you guys say, Rich Gannon is the best quarterback we've had, the second best quarterback of all time for the Raiders. Rich Gannon was a person that got picked up. Chucky went and got him from Kansas City. Which is why when the Super Bowl happened and it's time for you to be a Raider, he threw 5 interceptions and 3 pick sixes because he wasn't a Raider, dog. He was a damn Chief. You can't deny anything I'm saying, bro. Whether you like it or not is immaterial. I'm telling you the truth. You thought a Kansas City Chief was the second best player in your history, bro? Really? Okay. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Tom McMahon. Now you know his name. Tom McMahon. Start mentioning him. He's horrible. Tell him, Shaq, there was so many times my Steelers played like shit. Steelers fans stand behind our team. Yeah, man, y'all don't fire coaches either, man. Y'all don't play that game. Steelers don't fire coaches. All right. Pete's going down with the ship. Geno driving the ship. Yeah. 72 Dolphins can beat us right now. Old and all. Well, shit, a lot of them ain't alive. A lot of them gone. Bob Greasy's gone. Mercury Morris is gone. Nick Bonacani's gone. Don Shula's gone. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to beat us, man, when they ain't around. I think the only person that's still alive is Larry Zonka. Paul Warfield. They gone, bro. Okay, maybe Jim Kick is still around. All right, but a lot of them is out of here. Rest in peace. All right, man, what's going on? Guerrero in the house. Jalen Season in the house. Richard Mays, what's going on, Rich? My old DJ in the building. Hey, Rich, remember we used to be at my club. My boy Richard Mays used to be one of my DJs. He'll let you know Richard Mays was knowing that I used to have the bomb ass clubs and the bomb ass parties. Richard Mays was one of my DJs. He right on here. Raider fan. Richard Mays will tell you about Shaq, man. He knew me in the days. Because I thought it was rough. Marty so much, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, Marty Schottenheimer used to give it to us, but Marty Schottenheimer never won no bowl. Okay. Then he went to the damn Chargers, didn't win shit either. But he should always beat our ass, bro. Allen going to the Chiefs. Bo Jackson got hurt, all pain. It all sucked. It tracks, facts. Yeah, you already know. Like Gonzalez coming out. Yeah, man. Wanted Jaden Carter more. Of course, we got stuck with Project Wilson. Who was drafted? Not a Raider. You think Al Davis would have drafted Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter? No, no, wouldn't have happened. Okay. Same time the Lions was running and run and shoot with Rodney Pete and Barry Sanders. Run and shoot. That's another one. That's another one. Man, glad you brought that up. Because Jalen Season's from Detroit. Okay, he's a Raider fan, but he's from Detroit. Okay, run and shoot. Rodney Pete, Barry Sanders. Rodney Pete was a Raider too. Okay, run and shoot. That's the one. Run and shoot, pistol, red gun offense. And also they ran the run and shoot over in the Oilers over there with Warren Moon. They ran that too. But gadgets don't work. Gadget offenses don't work anymore. Teams are too good. They're too fast. They adapt too fast. You can't just say we run this offense. You can't afford to let the opposition know you run this offense. Like football's too good now. You can't just say we run this. We run the West Coast offense. They're gonna shut that shit down. It ain't gonna work. That's why Gruden it wasn't working. He said, "I'm gonna take it back to 1998." Remember when he came and he said that? I was like, that's a bad idea. I'm going to have a fullback. He had a fullback set. He was running everything like he had, remember when he had Mike Alcott and all of them? Mike Alstott when he was with Tampa, and he brought in, and we had, what's his name, dog? Number 45, man. He was our fullback. What was his name, dog? Now he's playing for the Vikings or something, man. I can't think of the cat's name right now. Okay. Him. So I need to make an Al Davis shirt, man. Legend on top, man. Unfiltered under his pick. Jesse Murrow. What makes you think I don't already got one? You never know with me. Bolts up. What's up, Don Cheeto? Bolts down. Ain't no bolts up, bolts down. Your boy Herbert looked very pedestrian, bro. He looked like a straight regular quarterback today, bro. He was getting his ass hit. Okay. All right, man. Straight up Richard Mays. Love you. What's up, bro? Love you spitting the Raider fact. Richard Mays knows what's up. Richard Mays knows what it is. Like I said, man, third string Rodney Pete. Facts. Richard Mays knows what it is, man. Me and Richard Mays be at the club, man. Remember you bring your girl? Rich Rage always brought his girl with him to the club. He was there to spin. His girl was there chilling. But Rich will let you know, man. He knows. He knows that Shaq was running the clubs. I was breaking Rich off at the end of the night. Wasn't I, Rich? Cash. Here you go, Rich. There. Nice night. I break Rich off. Everything I say is facts. It's all factual. Rich is right here. Richard Mays. Okay? He let you know, dog. We was killing it back in the days, bro. Dick Lavender, Jim Kelly used to run that K-gun to perfection. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He did. He ran it great. Yep. She here now. Tell her I said what's up, man. Tell your girl I said what's up, man. See, like I said, man, everything I say is facts, bro. I tell you, man, used to run the clubs, but used to be off the hook, man. Man, Rich was one of my DJs. But I like when you was able to, because you couldn't always come because you had other gigs and stuff. But when Rich come in, I knew the music was going to be good. I didn't have to police Richard when he was my DJ. I didn't have to police him. I knew he was going to keep that dance floor packed. And when that dance floor was packed, that means that bar was crispy. And I'm definitely, end of the night, the receipts come in. Here's me. Here's the DJ. Here's the bartender. Here's the door people. Here's security. And I'm about to take two shooby doobies with me that way. And that's what it was, dog. Richard Mays will let you know. So he says right here, he said, hell yeah, you got me that Olympic gig. I sure did. See, man, everything I say is facts. Richard letting you know I hooked him up. I hooked him up with some other jobs. I did get you that Olympic gig, bro. Paid well, didn't it? Paid well, didn't it? I take care of mine, bro. Okay. Always keep the bar full. Don't forget the polar bear. Oh yeah, I forget. Where's polar bear at? See, man. Now we're talking, bro. Now we're talking. I know y'all be thinking Shaq be capping. No, Shaq don't cap. It's right here on the feed, right here. Richard Mays is telling you, dog. I was him, dog. I was him. I was him. I had my own club, dog. I was him. Club promoter. Yeah, man. I remember that, dog. Okay. Remember, I remember him, man. I remember, man. That was your running buddy. Yeah, man. He's everything good. Hey, man, it's all good, man. We used to have fun, dog. It was good back in them days. Um, Sarah said, was it Marshall Reese or Devin White? Marshall Reese was our running back. Devin White plays on our team now. Alex Ingold. It came to me. Remember when we had Alex Ingold? Alex Ingold, number 45. That's who was our, that was back when John Gruden had John Ritchie before that. Remember the first time he was there, we had John Ritchie was our fullback. But when he came back, Alec Ingold was our when John Gruden got the Raiders back when we had that 1 year in Oakland. That's when we brought back Alec Ingold. Alec Ingold was with us, man. Yeah, John Ritchie with the bloody forehead running down on some, but he's not the first Raider to have the blood running down his face. He might be the first Raider you saw, but for us OGs, we know that Jim Otto 00 was the first person we ever seen where his face was bleeding down on his face like that because he had that damn horseshoe that was on his helmet and he used to hit his ass in a horseshoe and shit and his head would bleed. And he said he liked that. Al Davis liked it because it would intimidate. You sitting over there and you see a dude growling and slobbering shit and his blood running down. It just scared the shit out of them dudes. Okay? Okay? You ain't lying about that, bro. Okay? Straight up, yeah, man. Alec Ingold. Alec Ingold's alive. Alec Ingold still playing, bro. Okay? John Ritchie was a beast. Facts. Yeah, what's up, Jamal, man? What's going on, man? Cowboys, y'all doing a little something, something. He was drafted by Miami. Yeah, he's with Miami now. He's with Miami now. Alex Ingold's with Miami. He's down there with Mike McDaniel. Okay, he's still in the league. All right. John Ritchie is retired, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. Old man went to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, man. You're right. Otto invented the ice bath. Jim Otto did a lot of shit. I think he had like 27 operations. He had a lot of operations, which is why the last time we saw him, remember when they were smoking cigars in the locker room after we won the last game against we beat the Broncos at home, man, when AP was still was a interim coach. And it had Jim Otto was there in a wheelchair. You had Jim Otto in the building. You had Marcus Allen in there. You had Jim Plunkett in there. You had Ben Davison in there. They were all in there, bro, smoking cigars. Man, that was the last time Jim Otto was there. I think he passed away like a couple months later. Okay, so yeah, Jim Otto, man, off the chain. All right. So all right, man. I think we've done enough tonight, man. Did your team win? My team didn't win. Okay, but I'm not gonna entertain the stupid shit. All the stupid talk, man. Trading Max, doing this, doing that. We're in a rebuild, man. Pete got 3 years. We're a bad football team. We've been a bad football team for years, man. I know you're tired of it, man, but shit, you got to earn. This is a National Football League. You don't get to be good just because you wave your hand. You got to earn that shit. All right, man. Love all y'all. Matt Shepard.